Hey everyone, I'm Rick Silva. I'm a referral coach teaching you how to build a referral-based practice so you don't have to spend money or cold call and work with crappy leads. Okay, as you can see by clicking on this video, it's really, really long. Let me explain. I've been talking to a lot of mortgage lenders lately who've been struggling, so I thought, what can I do to help? So I took all 7 of my mortgage broker referral networking videos that I have all over my YouTube channel. I turned them into 1 2-hour video, and I hope this helps you, get more referrals and make more money in this tough time in the mortgage world. This is going to be a referral marketing masterclass for you. I'm going to show you how to become the go-to lender in your area, make more money, find more buyers, make more sales, increase your income, and become happier. So you have to ask yourself, are you ready to take your mortgage game to the next level? If so, sit back, relax, take a ton of notes, and watch the entire video. Let's go. Have you ever said, I need more mortgage referrals? How can I get more realtors to meet with me and send me referrals? In this video, I'm going to give you word-for-word scripting you can use to get more realtors to meet with you. Here we go. Hey everyone, it's Rick Silva, referral coach with onereferralaway.com, onereferralaway at Gmail, and onereferralaway at YouTube. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get more realtors to meet with you. And the number one thing is when you meet with them, don't sell to them. If you're a real estate agent, you meet with a mortgage lender, a financial planner, or CPA, don't go, hey, since we're here, are you looking to buy or sell in the next 30 to 60 to 90 days?
Yeah.
You got to lose that. Try never to sell to anyone, Ryan, even your clients. Try not to sell to them. They will chase you down the street if you do it properly.
So how do you add that value then to get them to come to you? Because that's where I find a lot of agents struggle. They do what they're taught, hey, I'm looking for a referral, refer me. This is why I'm great. I find from a real estate agent's perspective, that was the one thing I get with mortgage brokers coming to me all the time.
Yep.
They're coming to me saying, hey, if you need a mortgage broker, I'm great. I have access to best rates. And I'm like, come on, you got to come with something better than that.
Best rates.
They all do that.
Right. Ryan, would you like me to be that mortgage lender? So how about this? I'm going to be Rick Silva, the mortgage lender, and I'm going to get in with Ryan. It's your girlfriend, right? It's not your wife.
Girlfriend, yeah.
So can I do the wrong way first and do the right way?
Yes, please.
So the wrong way you pretty much already did. Hey, ring, ring, ring. Answer the phone, Ryan.
Hello.
Hey, Ryan, my name's Rick Silva with ABC Mortgage. Man, I notice you're a real estate agent. You're a handsome, dashing guy, and I wanted to get a chance to talk to you about mortgage rates. I don't know if you know what mortgage rates. Mortgage rates are going crazy. If you got a client that has this and this and this, man, I got the best rate in town, baby. Here's the thing, Ryan. Line up 10 mortgage lenders. You mean all 10 can't get the same rate? I mean, yeah. We're selling on rate. We are in humongous trouble. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching up to this point. If you're enjoying the video and you're getting something out of it, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel. Back to the video. Here's the right way. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
By the way, we didn't pre-plan this, everybody.
No.
We're just rolling. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Ryan, my name's Rick Silva. I'm with ABC Mortgage Company, and I would love to get a chance to talk to you about how we can help each other build a reciprocal relationship. And I know you get 9,000 calls a day if you give me 60 seconds. If you don't want to meet me for coffee, I will never call you again. It'll be one less person to ever call you. Is that cool?
Yeah, sounds good.
So Ryan, in my industry, in my life, I've had thousands of coffee meetings. The amount of CPAs, bankers, relocation companies, estate planning attorneys, handymen, pool cleaners, carpet cleaners that I've met with to help me build my practice is unbelievable. I'm looking for a few more real estate agents who might want to get inside of that network so we can all help each other get more business. Would you like to meet for coffee sometime?
Yeah, sure. I'd be open to that.
So what I did, Ryan, is I am not making very clear. I hope you saw it. I am not selling myself to you.
Yeah.
You got to be crazy. No, I'm giving. This is not arrogance, Ryan. This is confidence. I'm giving you the I'm looking in deep into the camera. I'm giving you the opportunity to get into my network.
Yeah.
And it's an honor because I've had thousands of coffee meetings to build that network. So Ryan, number one, I am not scared to call you on the phone because I am not going to, Ryan, could you do my next? No. Ryan, I got a huge network of all these industries. I'm looking for a few more real estate agents to put in it. Would you like to meet me for coffee to see if you're quote unquote eligible? That's the difference. Now, I learned that not from being a networker. I learned that when I was a recruiter with Cisco System. So I am not going to call you as an engineer on the phone and beg you to take the job. I'm going to get you however I get you on the phone, and I'm going to tell you about an opportunity that you would be crazy to pass up.
Yeah.
I'm not begging you for anything.
How can our viewers check out what you're up to and connect with you if they'd like to?
So my email is onereferralaway@gmail.com, onereferralaway@gmail.com. My website is onereferralaway.com, onereferralaway.com, and YouTube, One Referral Away.
Awesome. So we'll put that in the show notes so people can check that out. So Rick, thank you for sharing your passion. You can clearly see how passionate you are and the wisdom and the experience. And I hope that the agents will go out there and really rethink how they see referral partners and networking in their community and really make that a solid part of the business. Because if they do that, I think they can really change the trajectory of what they do in their farm. So thank you for sharing that. And I know our viewers are really going to
Thank you very much. Honor to be with you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. You want to be a top producing lender. Are you ready to create an awesome mortgage marketing email? Are you trying to get more business without spending tons of money on marketing? You want to stop chasing real estate agents around and begging for business? Well, we're going to cover those topics and a whole lot more coming up. Hey everyone, it's Rick Silva, mortgage coach with OneReferralAway.com and One Referral Away at YouTube. I'm here to teach you how to build a referral-based practice so you don't ever have to cold call, work with cold leads, or beg people for business. Hey, so I was coaching my friend Ryan, who's a mortgage lender, and he was asking me questions about the proper wording that should be in an email to get more referrals from his referral partners. I asked him if I could record my answer, and here it is. Make sure you watch the video to the end because I got a special offer for you. Enjoy the video. See you soon. So if the email starts off with, I don't want to just be your home loan guy. I want to be your resource for anything you need once I help you get in that home. So if you need pool, handyman, pool cleaner, handyman, gardener, roofer, carpet cleaner. And then more than that, Ryan, because you want to build reciprocity with other power partners too. I mean, bartenders, hairstylists, massage, now that you've moved more into town, makeup, massage, chiropractic, acupuncture. People are going in and getting those services. They have expendable income. You could just put, I don't want to just be your loan guy if you need any of these types of services. But here's the thing. You better start having a whole bunch of coffee meetings, because if you're going to put those industries on the list, for sure, you better be having coffee meetings with them.
Oh, I am. Yeah. And it's funny about the chiropractor in my new office. It's a shared office space. There's like 30 offices and there's common areas, but the first door on the left is chiropractor.
Yes.
So I had coffee with him right away.
Yes.
Big golf guy. We talked about golf, but yeah.
Yeah. Even as another one, golf instructor. And then word for word quotes. So every piece of marketing, every email, everything that goes out we want to fire the reticular activating system. So another thing, like even in an initial email, when something comes in, a lead comes in goes into Redfin, right? And then it goes to an agent funnels it to you.
Right.
In that first contact, you could put some word forward quotes because they might have a friend or family member in California who wants to move also.
Right.
So I'm going to read you mine, and then we can come up a couple for you. But I want to get your mind kind of. Yep. Now we have like 30 or 40 of these, Ryan. I'm just reading what's on the card. A good referral for me. Hey, a great introduction or a great referral for me would be a friend or family member who says, I want to diversify my portfolio. The only way my 401k goes up is when I put money into it. I'm sick of tenants, toilets, termites, troubles, and taxes, which you won't use that one. But I'm an alternative to real estate with land. The stock market is driving me crazy. My investments are stressing me out. This one's made us a couple $1 million. I need to do a 1031 exchange. Just that one line on the back of this card. That's why I will never stop using cards, because I've made at least $1.5 million from that one sentence. I can't put enough money away to retire comfortably. Yours could be, I'm renting. I don't know what I qualify for. Hey, I got a ton of equity. I'm thinking about buying a bunch of rental properties. Always the upsize, the downsize. My last kid's out of college. I'm an empty nester. It's time to downsize. Kid number 3 is on the way. Got to get a bigger home. And then, so let me ask you this, because this is always a good way to get the quotes out of someone, because you're in the forest. I'm up above, I'm flying over the forest. I can see everything. You can just see the trees. So I'm going to pull something out of you. You might not pull out of yourself. Think about the last 10, 20, 30 deals you've done. Why were they looking for a loan? Like, what was the circumstance? And I'll turn it into a quote.
Majority of them were looking for a bigger space for their family.
Okay. Kids on the way, or just because they could afford it?
Combination. Some needed more space. Some, obviously moving from California to Tennessee could get something bigger, more for their money.
Perfect. We make good money, but I just cannot upsize in California. I can work remotely, so I'm going to move somewhere else, get a bigger house.
Perfect. Yeah.
I think I already did this one, but we have kid number 2, 3, 4, 5 on the way. We need a bigger house. Here's one that I'm going to be using in 5 to 10 years. Literally, it's not a joke. Made my fortune in California. This is where I needed to be to make that fortune. But now I'm gonna relocate and get a big place in New Mexico.
Yeah.
That's a true story. So do you have any other circumstances besides just wanting to relocate or get a bigger house?
Oh, I've had renters, a lot of people that have been renting, first time home buyers wanting to get in the market.
Been renting for a long time. I've got a nice nest egg saved up. I wonder what I qualify for.
Yeah.
Crypto freaks me out. Real estate has always attracted me. I always thought it'd be cool to own an apartment building.
Yeah.
So what we do is we have so many word for word quotes, Ryan, that I look at it. I have a quiver on my back with a whole bunch of arrows in it. And if I'm talking to somebody who has kids, I'm going to use kids quotes.
Yeah.
Upsize, downsize, all that stuff. If they're an investor, I'm going to use apartment buildings. I'm going to use duplexes. I'm going to use whatever the terminology in the real estate world is for that. If I'm talking to a business owner, diversification, investments, I'm not going to talk about upsizing because kid number 4 is on the way if the guy doesn't have kids.
Right.
If a guy has kids, your kid's age and even younger, I'm going to have ones about how much college costs. I need to invest because I got to figure out how to put my kids through college. See how your head's going up and down? Because I just fired your reticular activating system.
Right.
Hey, it's Rick. Real quick, if you've watched the video this far, thank you very much. If you're getting value out of it, please like, subscribe. Any comments down below, any video ideas you'd like me to shoot, just let me know. Back to the video. So the word for word quotes get the head to pop. When you got the head to pop, you got them.
Got it.
If you put together an email because you wanted to be a resource, even for brand new people or even past clients, you could email everybody you've ever done business with and say, I know you know me as Ryan, the home loan guy, but I want to be more than that for you and maybe even relieve the burden if you need a vendor. So if you need a roofer, painter, a carpet cleaner, a handyman, did I just say chiropractor? Hairstylist, whatever you need. Now, here's another circumstance, just so we can throw this in there. Many things happen in the real estate world on these two circumstances, which we haven't talked about: divorce and marriage.
Yeah.
One home, somebody's getting divorced, maybe refi the home to cash this person out to then buy a home. Yeah. I met with a real estate agent, Ryan, 18 years ago. She had sold thousands of homes, been in business for 30 years. And I was talking about all the things, and she looks at me, she goes like this, and I'll grab my coffee. She grabs her coffee. She goes, real estate agents stir the drink. That is a big part of the economy. Because when somebody buys a home, I'm calling mortgage, financial planner, CPA, estate planning attorney.
General contractor.
Oh my God, on and on. Yep.
Yeah.
So if you want to craft an email and throw these ideas in it, I can help you round it out.
Yeah, I love that.
But I want to be your one-stop shop for anything you need, because I helped you get in that home. That kind of and everything, so it doesn't look like you're just trying to get more business, because the less you try, the more you'll get, because you're not an overtly pushy guy anyway. No. But what you're also doing is you tell them, hey, I got a great handyman, I got a great this, I got a great that, and then you get into the scripting on when you call John the plumber, make sure you tell them that Ryan Templeman referred you.
Right.
And they'll treat you good.
I think every single client I have, I mean, I could go back. I've tried to make some connection or ask, hey, if you need this, whether it's on the phone, anyone that moves to Tennessee, I have my one insurance guy who we use ourselves. And then his wife's a financial planner. Yeah. So I think, I just wanted to come up with something because, business in general for most mortgage people is a little slower than last 2 years. I can't complain though. So I'm still doing well, but I'm trying to work more on my business while in my business. Just looking at all, my processes now with this, Redfin partnership merger,
Yep.
the opportunity for more clients, more applications, and I'm going to try to be, building my team. So I'm trying to come up with some things that can automatically go out or something my assistant can send out, whether it's the beginning of the process, the end. No, I think from you guys, what I've learned, just to be very free with referring or willing to refer without the expectation that I need something back. Obviously, I hope that something will come back, but yeah. So no, it's been
hope is better. Hope is better than making it mandatory, because what happens is, Rick, I referred this mortgage guy 3 deals and he's never sent one back. I'm going to stop using 100%. Him. That's a mistake.
100%. Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah. Hope something comes, but Ryan, you get a handyman a piece of business.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're driving down the road and thank God you looked to the right because there was a runaway car or somebody ran a red light and you slammed on the brakes and you missed getting hit by a foot. Everything's connected.
Yeah.
Or maybe
100% agree.
Maybe you're in a grocery store and somebody needed some help, or you needed help and somebody just happened to be standing right there. All of those little things or you get a phone call out of the blue and it's the biggest loan you've ever done from somebody you went to school with in the 3rd grade. Mm-hmm. That came because you helped that handyman 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't connected, everything's connected.
Right. No, 100%. I 100% agree.
Hey, everybody. We are going to do some elevator pitch coaching for Linda. She sent me her elevator pitch. She's a mortgage lender and I haven't read this elevator pitch yet. And I'm going to take it apart, put it back together. You get to watch it live. Let's look at it together. The first thing we want to look at is down here in the left-hand corner. We see where it says 201 words. Always want to remember we need to be between 160 and 180. If you speak really, really fast, you might be able to get away with 200. This is a little long, so we're going to shorten it. I've got a whole bunch of ideas here. So we're going to read it together. We're going to critique it together. And here I am in the bottom left-hand corner. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for watching. If you want this, by the way, you can go to www.onereferralaway.com. You can have this done for you. There's a banner going across the screen right now. If you want an elevator pitch critique, go to onereferralaway.com. And you'll see a button. It's $99. I'll do this for you just like this. I'll critique it. I'll put the video on the YouTube channel and you'll get a critique of your elevator pitch. So here we go. It starts off. I'm Linda Prummer from Stone Castle Mortgage. So part 1 of your elevator pitch is your name and company name. We got part 1 done. Part 2 is what do you do? I've been a local mortgage broker for 37 years. I'm licensed in the 7 Western states and provide residential mortgage loans for new and existing clients. I offer many types of loan products. I'm going to say that probably should say types. So that's my job to fix this. I offer many types of loan products, bank statement loans, reverse mortgages, as well as a standard conventional FHA and VA mortgages. So right here, because green means go. I'm going to put that in green. I'm not going to touch those. Green is perfect. So part 1, name and company name. Part 2, what do you do? Sell, offer, specialize in. We got that covered. We need to get into benefits. And so far, I'm not seeing in this sentence any benefits. Let me read it. My specialty is helping first-time home buyers purchase their first home. I hold their hand through the entire process and find much joy in educating them on the benefits of home ownership. I'm going to put this in yellow because I'm not sure we're going to use it because, again, we only have 160 to 180 words to play with. Now I'm starting to see some benefits here because remember, part 1, name and company name. Part 2, what do you do? Sell, offer, specialize in. Part 3 are the benefits. As a third-party originator broker, we saved the consumer approximately $9,400 as opposed to a mortgage banker or actual bank. It's very cost effective to use a third-party negotiator. I like it. That's a benefit. That's going to be green. I am not changing a word. My biggest business partner is United Wholesale Mortgage, the largest wholesale lender in the country. Their technology and manpower assist in loans getting through the process in lightning speed. Most loans close in 14 days. It's a little long, but I'm going to take this out because I'm pretty sure we're not going to use this. I'm going to put it down at the bottom. This is a little long. We're going to see if we're going to keep it or not. So I'm going to make this yellow. With the best pricing and time-saving technology, that probably should say it, reduces the borrower stress while they make most likely the largest purchase of their lifetime. I'm going to make this one green, and my back of my mind was thinking about this one. Using United Wholesale Mark, they don't need to know it's the largest. They don't need to know about technology. We're going to take this out. Your referral partners don't need to know that, like in a networking group. Using United Wholesale Mortgage gives me I don't even need to know 14 days right now. The referral partners don't need to know that right away. Now I'm going to make that green. So all of this, part 1, part 2, part 3, I'm not touching. There really is no part. There has to be a part 4, but in this elevator pitch, I don't see a part 4. What I want to do real quick, if you look down here, we're now down to 178 words, but I'm going to pull out that last paragraph. So we're at 146 words, which is good because we don't have a part 4. Now, part 4 is word for word quotes that are going to teach your referral partners how to find you business. So a perfect client for me is, this goes down here, a friend, is a friend or client who you hear say. We're going to bring this up. Now, this isn't a word for word quote, but when we are first-time home buyers, so now, just to do a quick recap, part 1, name and company name. Part 2, what do you do? Part 3, benefits to using you. Part 4, word for word that you're going to teach other people to listen for so you can get referrals. We have 1 quote. We need 3 to 5. We are first-time home buyers and have a dream of buying our first home. We are empty nesters looking dusted. Now let's go up. We are having a baby and need a larger home. In my opinion, this elevator pitch is done and perfecto. So I am now going to I'm going to check the word count first. So let's look at this bottom left-hand corner and see the word count. We need to be between 160 and 180, and we are at 207. Linda, when you get this, I'm going to make a little note in the networking group, pick 3 or 4. Because if I pick 1, 2, 3, 4, and I grab from here, I just put too many quotes. That's why we're over. I want you to pick what you like. We're now at 178. What I say, 160 to 180. So it's absolute perfection. I'm going to put a note right here for the quotes for the network group to get it done in 60 seconds. Remember, the average person speaks 160 to 180 words a minute. So the elevator pitch has to be between 160 and 180 words. Now, watch this. Put it all back to normal. Take this couple spaces out, time myself, and then I'll show you the timing and kind of the cadence. That's how you should do an elevator pitch. Now, I've never read this all the way through. With a little practice, I could probably do it a couple seconds faster, but let's see how we do. I'm going to hit start. Hey, everybody, my name is Linda Plummer. I'm from Stone Castle Mortgage. I've been a local mortgage broker for 37 years. I'm licensed in the 7 Western states and provide residential mortgage loans for new and existing clients. I offer many types of loan products, bank statement loans, reverse mortgages, as well as the standard conventional FHA and VA loans. As a third-party originator broker, we save the consumer approximately $9,400 as opposed to a mortgage banker or actual bank. It's very cost-effective to use a third-party originator. Using United Wholesale Mortgage gives, I'm going to correct it and still get it done in 60 seconds, gives the ability to process the loan in lightning speed. With the best pricing and time-saving technology, it reduces the borrower's stress while they make most likely the largest purchase of the lifetime. Perfect client for me is a friend, family member, or client who you hear say, we're first-time home buyers and have a dream of buying our first home. I'm renting and wonder what I qualify for. I'm thinking about buying a rental property. We are empty nesters and we're looking to downsize. On camera, here we go. Let me show. I hit start on a stopwatch and there we go. 1 minute and 3 seconds. So you just maybe cut out a couple words or do 3 quotes instead of 4 quotes, and you'll have it done in 60 seconds. Linda, when you watch this, make sure you practice it a few times. How long have you been doing mortgages?
Like over 25 years. Long.
Okay, perfect. Beautiful. Okay, so you were doing research on YouTube, and it led to a question you sent me directly about one of my videos, but whatever questions you have, hit me.
The thing is like, okay, so yeah, you're saying establish this referral network. Okay, that sounds really good. And that's great. Like, I have not really gone after realtors that much because it's not my kind of thing to do. Meaning like I haven't had much success with it, and I'm not a networking kind of person. Like, hey, I want to schmooze you and be your friend and take you to coffee, and like that's not me. Like, if you want to work with me, great, it's business, right? I mean, that's never been comfortable for me. So what I didn't understand, given my question, I didn't understand when you said like you get all these different groups. You say your wife has like 160 people. And I'm like, Okay, yeah, but there's no way that I could refer back to these businesses, to a contractor. I mean, like, maybe once in 10 years, you know? How do you establish these referral networks with other people?
With his real estate agents, it's a very unique industry. To find ones that are humble, show up on time, maybe don't have some of the elitist stuff going on, even though people are getting humbled right now in this market. It's a unique industry to work in. Okay, so let's go off that premise. Number one, I've worked with thousands of real estate agents and thousands of mortgage lenders. Okay, so I'm gonna have to break down what you said into about 4 parts. I don't have a magic bullet, but I can answer each part. In August of 2023, it'll be 20 years I've been teaching this. So I've had way over 6,000 one-on-one coffee meetings, Mark. Can it come off as fake if the premise of the coffee meeting is, so I 100% agree with you, most are fake. When the guy, hey, let's have coffee, when 20 minutes in, the guy's going to try to sell to you directly or get business from you. So I've created a system called the Coffee Meeting Millionaire, how I've literally made millions and millions of dollars personally sitting in Starbucks. I can't give you the whole system. I'll be here all day.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But basically, when I'm meeting with other referral partners, so if I'm a mortgage lender and I'm meeting with financial planners, CPAs, real estate agents, bankers, I'm trying to figure out how to help them get more business. Now, Mark, I'm going to take a samurai sword. I'm going to cut you in half. Okay, so there's going to be a V now. This is Mark's head right here, and there's going to be a V. This side is the concern that you're having that most people I talk to have. Rick, I want to get in with all these referral partners, but I only have 3 clients. I don't have anything to offer these people. What can I offer them to get in? So you're thinking about leads and referrals to referral partners, back and forth. And what I'm saying is, Mark, that's one side when you have a client. Let's just use the example, Mark, because I can tell you personally that and I've worked with, my wife helps people invest in land, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Done about close to 900 transactions. Hundreds have come from mortgage lenders. Hundreds. I have one lady, I've done 80 real estate transactions with one lady.
Yeah.
So I've made millions of dollars just for mortgage lenders. So I've spent a lot of time with people like you, right? So I'm going to use me personally. When my grandmother died, my dad sold the house, I inherited money. If I was to come to you and say, hey, Mark, I just inherited 150 grand. I want to talk to you about buying an investment property. That gives you, Mark, an opportunity, potentially. You could ask me, hey, Rick, I'm really sorry for your loss. Congratulations on the inheritance, though. Do you need a financial planner? Do you need a CPA? Do you need an estate plan? Do you need a real estate agent? So that when death and marriage stirs up a lot of business. So somebody passes away, I inherit money, and then you now have this awesome opportunity to introduce me to an estate planning attorney, a financial planner, CPA, whatever I need to make my life better, right? So that's the opportunity where we've got a potential client to a referral partner. And I'm going to hold this up real quick just to give you a brief on another concern. So now we're still staying on this side, clients to power partners and back and forth. But I want to talk to you briefly about something called the power of 3. This will keep you from worrying about introducing, and you didn't say it, but I will, a head that makes you look bad. Because like if you refer a financial planner, okay, so let's just use me. I inherit money and you say, I don't know if you're going to put all that money into a house, but do you need a financial planner? I was thinking about maybe putting $50,000 with a financial planner, but I don't have one. Now, Mark, that's a golden opportunity. But what I don't want you to do, Mark, is I don't want you to expose yourself to giving a bad referral where that person now is pissed off at you. You sent the gunky. So there's something that I learned from attorneys called the power of 3. So I'm going to show you 3 business cards. And then I'm going to go over what the power of 3 is, okay? Attorneys cannot give one name. Because if you give somebody a financial planner and that guy loses that person money, Mark, as an attorney, you could get in huge trouble for giving bad advice, right? But Mark, if you give 3, then you've eliminated exposure with the proper wording. So we're still on this side, Mark. I haven't even talked to you about the other side that you didn't even mention, which is the side that I'm the expert at, even more than this. Mark, you're a mortgage lender. My grandmother just died. I inherited 160 grand. I find you however I find you, and you say sorry for your loss. Do you need a estate planning attorney? You came into some money, financial planning, you need a CPA. I don't need a tax employee. I don't know how you got the money at trust or, how it worked. Mark, I'm thinking about a financial planner. Well, Mark, if I've had over 6,500 coffee meetings. So let's say you've had 25 meetings with financial planners, and these are the 3 you liked. You had to have 25 copies to find 3 you liked. Now, this is this side of it. We haven't gotten there yet. I just want to say you have business cards with 3 financial planners. So when you're sitting with me and I'm at your desk and you open up your drawer and go, if you need a financial planner, I've met with these 3 guys personally. They're not my financial planner. I can't have 3 financial planners, but these are people I've had coffee with, I've met with personally. They seem like great people, but I don't want to guide you on who to pick. Now, Mark, that's releasing your exposure. But I'm going to give you these 3 cards. And if you'd like, I can open up an email and do an email introduction to each one of these people individually if you'd like, or here are their cards, and do me a favor, please mention I introduced them because I'll take extra special care of you. If they don't, you're going to find out about it. That's a side note. So Mark, you've relieved all pressures. You've had all these coffee meetings so you could have a pool of financial planners. Now, when you give me 3 financial planners, let's go to what BNI and a lot of groups say. That's happened to be my wife's card, but a lot of groups say give 1 card. So if you give 1, Mark, and this person shows up late, doesn't respond, or just there's a vibe I'm getting I don't like, Mark, the chance of me calling you back to let you know I need another one. Yeah. Now, this increases Mark's odds of getting a call back because one didn't respond, these 2 responded, and I met with these 2. Man, there was something, I'm not going to pick myself. You pick this person, but I want to talk to you about what Mark gets out of this. So Mark, what you get out of it is you have built karma through the law of reciprocity for the 2 people she didn't pick. Now, even the one that didn't respond, you've built karma with this person because this person here didn't respond, but you still tried. So the law of reciprocity, you get rewarded for effort. This person went on the meeting, didn't get the business, but he's still very, very appreciative of the opportunity.
Sure.
This person got the business. Boy, oh boy, this financial planner, now the next time one of their clients needs a mortgage, what face is going to pop up? Oh, let me point this way. That guy. So you've built reciprocity now with having 1 client sitting at your desk, me. You have built reciprocity with 3 financial planners. I call it the power of 3. But what you've also done, Mark, the proper scripting is, would you happen to need a financial planner? Do you need a good real estate agent? What do you need to help you? Financial planner, here's 3. Now, I personally have not done business with any of these 3 people, but I highly recommend you reach out, or I can give you a personal email introduction, which honestly is better, but not everybody wants that. Which would you prefer? I would prefer to take the cards and contact them. Good. When you do, please make sure that you use my name. I want to know if somebody stands you up or doesn't respond. I want to know because these are my guys, and I want to know if they're not performing for my clients. Yeah. Setting expectations. What you've also say is anything you need. I know a lot of people. You need a CPA. You're a business owner. You need a payroll company. If you need a life insurance agent, you need a real estate agent, you need a financial planner. When you move in, if you need a carpet cleaner, a roofer, a handyman, a pool cleaner, anything you need, call this guy, Mark, and I will do the exact same thing. So Mark, what you've done to set yourself apart is you referred 3. So now 3 financial planners you built reciprocity with. You told the client anything you need, I will do this for you. And then you don't have to go look around. I'll provide it. That client, me, now I'm sitting with a friend of mine. Man, oh man, what an experience. I met with my mortgage lender and he helped me get a financial planner. The guy's freaking amazing. Really? My financial planner only calls me when rates are low so he can try to get a refi out of me. Maybe I should talk to your guy. Here's his information. So you built reciprocity with the 3 financial planners, and then you became the guy who isn't only calling his clients when you think he should refi so you can make a couple bucks. By becoming this guy, that's what sets you apart because Mark, having worked with literally hundreds of mortgage lenders, you're all going to get me the same rate. I'm buying because of the experience I had with Mark or because somebody told me to call you. My next door neighbor, my mom, my realtor, my financial said, call Mark. That's the only way I'm going to find you, Mark. Yeah. It's not rate. It's what makes you different. What makes you different is when a financial planner is sitting with his client and says, I see this bonus check. What do you want to do? I'm thinking about buying a home. Here, call Mark. He's the best mortgage lender in town. Well, you earned that, Mark. That leads me to this side where everybody's concerned. Well, if I join a networking group, I'm new in town. I don't have a lot of clients. I don't have any people to refer. Let me tell you what's more important than that whole conversation we just had. Okay. Is this. Now, remember, I cut you in half with a samurai sword. And this side is everybody worrying about, do I have any people I could send to a real estate agent? If I meet a financial planner, do I have any clients? Mark, I don't care if you have any clients. I could make you the best known mortgage lender in Walnut Creek with you having no clients. I want you to imagine. In fact, I'll give you the script to help you hear how coffee meetings that I don't know where you got the number, but you nailed it. You want to have about 160 referral partners. Having said that, you're going to get most of your business from 5 to 10 industries. The reason you should have all those other ones is so you can provide extra care to your client. They might need a painter. They might need a handyman. They might need a pool cleaner. You're never going to get business from those people, Mark, but we're trying to please the client so he tells his friends and family members about you. That's the goal. What I say, Mark, is, and you got to have 3 of each. So you want to make that long list, because the other thing we're talking about Mark the mortgage lender. So that's Mark the mortgage lender looking for referral partners. When you work on the list, most whoever's real estate or mortgage, whoever's doing it thinks, who can send me business? Who can send me business? Who can send me business? And then they come up with this short list. But then we got to look at, who can I send business to? Who can I send business to? And then it'll add more. And then, who can I refer to my client when a change in life happens that will do nothing for me financially, but will build reciprocity with the client? And that would be things like, Mark, you're never going to get a referral fee from an estate planning attorney because they can't take them and they can't pay them. But if you referred a good estate planning attorney to one of your clients, and then like I have a friend who his mom died, and he's an insurance agent. He talked all his brothers and sisters into getting $500,000 life insurance on their parents. Well, his mom died, so that was a $2 million payout to his 4 brothers and sisters. If you provided an estate planning attorney to my friend Steve, he might tell his brothers and sisters, and you just got that estate planning attorney 4 clients. Mark, you're not going to make a dime from that. But I just got goosebumps on my arms just thinking about how their family died. Now they're coming with a crap ton of money. They probably need an estate plan. You provided it. Mark got 4 clients, which means Mark's going to make about 12 to 15 grand. The estate planning attorney is going to make 12 to 15 grand. You're not going to make a dime. But how does that make you feel to help a human being that you had a freaking coffee meeting with make 12 to 15 grand, and you helped a family where their mom just died? I mean, that is like, if that doesn't make you feel good, then you need to get a new career, honestly. Because I have goosebumps under my shirt just thinking about it. But what that does for your confidence, Mark, and what that does for your karma. So you know now the next coffee meeting you have, that could happen to you. But I'll give you real quick. So the thought is this, Mark. I'm going to give you the big picture real quick. This side is introducing, I got a guy who wants to buy a home. I'll introduce him to a real estate agent that doesn't have a lot of power. And how does Mark really get in with these realtors, these financial planners, so they really think of Mark? So forget about clients. I don't care if you'd ever had another client. I do. I want you to be rich. But what I want you to do to get in with them is forget this side. Now we're only going to talk about this side. No trick questions here. Okay. So I'm not trying to sound, they're really basic questions. And I know the answer is going to be yes, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Okay. In your entire life, I know the answer is yes. In the entire life, have you ever met a real estate agent?
Yes.
Have you ever met a banker?
Yeah.
Met a financial planner?
Yes.
CPA?
Yes.
Bookkeeper?
Yes.
Business coach?
Yeah.
Life coach?
No, not life coach.
Okay. You will when you get out there more. Chiropractor?
Yes.
Hairstylist?
Yeah.
Nail salon?
Yeah.
Fitness trainer?
Yeah.
So Mark, what you could do is, have you ever sat with somebody in a meeting just like this and they're kind of, I need some aspirin, my back's killing me. Have you ever thought that or seen that in your life? The answer is yes. If you introduce them to a chiropractor, you're doing good for the world. And the law of reciprocity and the law of mutual exchange and a lot of laws that are out there are, Mark needs to build the karma in the world. If the whole world revolves around Mark is only going to take an action when Mark gets paid, then Mark's going to be very lonely sitting in that office. It's just the way it is. Yeah. We need to have other people think fondly of us. So here's how we do it. Mark, I have the coffee meetings, and I'm going to give you the script to set it up, which I very rarely give on YouTube. The thought process is, I'm having the coffee meetings not, if I'm a mortgage lender, I'm not having the coffee meeting to get a mortgage. So let's just say Mark's going to have a coffee with a financial planner. My goal for that meeting, in 1 hour meeting, my goal is to have him talk for 30 to 45 minutes, because people love to talk about themselves. And I've met with people and let them talk for 40 minutes. I talk for 5 and they tell me I'm the best communicator and the best person because they freaking ran their mouth. They love it. So when you set a coffee meeting, rule number 1, by the way, is make them talk first. But my goal in listening is the whole time, because they're going to talk about personal. I like to hunt. I like to fish. I used to be a nationally ranked bowler. I like martial arts. I like cars. So you get them to talk about business and personal. In the back of my mind, the only reason I'm getting them to talk, it is not to make sales. It's who do I know that they'd like to meet to help them with the problem, to fix a problem, to help them make their life better. I'm listening for complaints and I'm thinking in my mind, who do I know that I can introduce them to? If I meet a financial planner, my mind is gearing toward, hey, Mr. Financial Planner, do you work with business owners, individuals? Individuals. Awesome. What's their liquid? Usually they're 50,000, $500,000 liquid. Now I'm thinking about bookkeepers and CPAs that work with individuals. Some financial planners know I like to work with business owners that have, $10 million businesses. And I like to work with people who have 1 million to 5 million liquid. Good. Then I'm thinking about commercial bankers, commercial real estate agents, CPAs who have a higher net worth clientele. I'm trying to match the people I've had the coffee meeting with the people I'm having the coffee meeting with now. So I'm going to ask you a question. Mark, would you rather I introduced you to someone who needs a loan as you being a mortgage lender, or would you rather introduce you to a relocation company where they're helping companies relocate 25 employees a month from New York and North Carolina to California, and they need to buy a home when they get here? What would you rather have? If you say the first one, I'm going to close this webinar.
The relocation, of course.
So what we're doing here is I never think, oh my God, I don't have a mortgage client for Mark. Who cares? Mark, I'm going to try to introduce you to financial planners, good real estate agents, staffing companies. Now I worked for Cisco Systems and another couple startups in 99, 2000, 2001 during the dot-com boom and bust. I can't even count how many people I recruited from North Carolina, from Texas, from New York to quit their jobs and move to California. They needed to buy a freaking house. I did not know this stuff 26 years ago. I learned it 20 years ago. The business that I could have given real estate agents and mortgage lenders, I mean, probably 20 or 30 deals in 3 years. What I look at is I don't have any fear at all, Mark, if I don't have a mortgage client for you, because I'm going to introduce you to bankers, financial planners, real estate agents, and then I'm going to stand out from all the other people in the world because I'm referring you to referral partners, which carry more weight than the client, the once in a while client. The original question you asked is, how do I get in with people when all they want to do is do transactions? When I meet a real estate agent, I'm going to meet 50 other mortgage lenders. Is if you never sent a real estate agent a client, but you introduced them to a good house cleaner, carpet cleaner, handyman, roofer, financial planner, banker, on and carpet, everything, on and on and on. And you never introduced them a client, but you introduced them to 25 power partners, or you facilitated lunches at your office or at a Starbucks, and you brought a carpet cleaner, a real estate agent, you're a mortgage lender, and brought them, and you bought them all coffee with the sole intent of introducing them to each other. So over time, maybe they can introduce clients to each other, and there's nothing in it for you, Mark. You weren't there going, hey, everybody, rates are 3.2%. What you got? Then you're a freaking clown. And when you were saying it's all fake, yes, Mark, 99.999% of people have coffee meetings are fake. I'm not fake. I have coffee meetings to provide. And when I say provide value, I am not talking to them about rates. You start talking about if you meet with a CP and you're telling mortgage rates, you might as well throw his card in the garbage. You better have something more than freaking rates. Now, you do want to talk about how long you've been in business and all that stuff, what you specialize in. I love to work with first-time home buyers, empty nesters, all of that stuff. But don't mention rates because you're going into sales mode. And then say, what types of industries could I introduce you that could help you build your business? And they're going to go, no one's ever asked me that. Because they were expecting you to quote rates and try to sell them a freaking mortgage. And then you go, I know a lot of people. You need to meet and then you start facilitating these. My favorite thing to do, Mark, is after I have the coffee or after I go to a Chamber of Commerce event or go to a mixer, I did this. I have a video on it on my YouTube channel. What I would do is I would go home with the cards, but I'd have a magnetic, trust me, there's a magnetic dry erase board right here. And I would take the cards and I would pin them. So I would go to a mixer, right? Everybody goes to mixers or whatever, and I'd collect 15 cards. I put them in my pocket. Either that night or the next morning, I would take those cards and I'd take a magnet and I'd magnetize them to a dry erase board. And I'd go, here's Mark the mortgage guy right there. Hey, Mark, here's Mark the mortgage guy. And then I met a real estate agent. So I would take a dry erase pen and I would draw a line connecting them. And then I met a CPA and I met a banker. I'm going to go CPA to banker. And then I made a State Farm agent and I met a real estate agent. I might connect it. So I'm just trying to figure out who would be a good referral partner. Banker to CPA, estate planning attorney to financial planner to CPA. And I'm just drawing lines. And sometimes one guy might have 6 lines. That's fine. Carpet cleaner to a handyman. Roofer to a builder. Whatever. Connect, draw the lines. And then I would go, okay, cool. So I have life insurance and I have a estate planning attorney. Cool. I take those 2 cards out of it, right? Here they are. And I open up an email and I go, hi, John and Jim. And in the body, this is an email that's already in my drafts, Mark. It's already typed. Hi, blank. I met you at blank event. I also met blank at the same event. You do blank. Blank does blank. And I thought, after meeting you, I thought you two might want to have coffee. Here's everybody's contact information. Now, without the blanks, hey, John and Jim. Hey, John and Jim. I met you both last night at the Pleasant Chamber of Commerce. John is an estate planning attorney. Jim does life insurance. You both said you like to work with life. And so as soon as I got back to my office, oh my God, I wonder if these two met. I think you two should probably have coffee, get to know each other better. John, here's Jim's information. Jim, here's John's information. What 90% of that email was already typed, Mark. So all I do is fill in the blanks. Now, Mark, I averaged 3 to 5 a day of those, okay, for about 3 to 5 years. Now, what I would do, Mark, is instead of reaching out to you, if I did this to you, I met you last night and today I sent you another guy to meet for coffee. I'd wait a day. I'd have a big dry erase board. And I'd just move you to the next column. Well, after I did some intros, Mark, when I take the card and move it to the next column, guess what the next column is? Email Mark the next day and go, hey, Mark, just checking to see if you got the financial planner I sent you. And by the way, I have a big network. I'm always looking for great mortgage lenders to add to my network in case one of my clients needs a mortgage. I am not going to, and by the way, this is all typed into drafts. It's already typed. I'm not going to refer you to one of my clients until we meet for coffee. Would you be interested in meeting me for coffee? And if you do want to meet for coffee, make sure you bring a big stack of your business cards. Now, Mark, if you don't respond to that email after the day before I introduce you to a power partner, and on this day, I said, I want to add you to my network, but I need to meet you first and make sure you bring a big stack of cards. If there's any question after what I just told you of how I've had 6,500 one-on-one coffee meetings, hopefully it's not a surprise anymore. Just to kind of lay it all out. On this side, you're going to try to get in by introducing your 1 or 2 clients. Now, Mark, with the rates changing, I know for a fact you're not as busy as you've been in the past. It's impossible. So you don't have a crap ton of clients. But there is not one thing from stopping you going on every Chamber of Commerce and going on Google and type Walnut Creek Financial Planner. And I promise you 100 will show up. And then you can click on each one and send them an email. I'm a mortgage lender. Once in a while, one of my clients needs a financial planner before we meet. I'd love to have coffee with you to talk to you about it. Now, Mark, what we just did, and this, I'm not trying to sell you, but I have to put this on my YouTube channel and let you know, at onereferralaway.com is an 8-hour course that takes this to another level and includes 2 hours of one-on-one coaching. So any of you watching this, I gave you the tip of the iceberg. There's more information at onereferralaway.com. I'm going to stop there.
Very kind of you. No, I really appreciate you spending all this time. I wasn't expecting you to do that, but that was very kind of you to sit and talk with me like that. And I really appreciate your help. And
no problem.
Really, it was very, very nice. So
thank you.
Appreciate all your time today.
Okay. See you soon. Thank you. You are a mortgage broker or a mortgage lender. You need more mortgage referrals. You need some mortgage broker marketing ideas. You need to create a mortgage broker referral program. In this video, I'm going to show you what a mortgage referral network looks like coming up. Hey everyone, it's Rick Silva with One Referral Away on YouTube and onereferralaway.com. I'm a referral coach. I help people just like you learn how to build a referral-based practice so you never have to cold call or door knock. In this short and sweet video from 2005, I give you a word-for-word mortgage script to ask for a lead, word-for-word scripting to teach people how to send you power partners and examples of how to build your business through power partnering. Hey, it's only a couple minutes. Make sure you watch it to the end because there's a lot of great ideas all throughout the video. Here we go.
Lead, power partner. Hi everybody, my name's Rick Silva. I'm a mortgage broker. Just using an example because it's easy and the mortgage brokers in the room will be happy I'm using this. I'm a mortgage broker. I'm looking for people you know that are looking to refinance their home, looking to buy a second property, looking to buy their first property. And out of that, what am I going to get? Potentially going to get a lead, right? Right or wrong? When I say I'm looking for somebody that's renting that doesn't think they can own a home, I'm looking for somebody that owns a home that wants to refinance a home so they can have some cash to buy another home. I'm going to get one piece of business, and that's great. But how I ramp my company up so quickly, 20% of my time here, 80% of my time here. I'm the same mortgage broker now. You guys ready for the difference? Hi, my name is Rick Silva and I'm a mortgage broker. I'm looking for people you know like CPAs, financial advisors, family law attorneys, human resources agents, recruiters, financial advisors, if I didn't just say that. Those types of people, because a financial advisor is managing somebody's portfolio and they mentioned to the financial advisor, I want to cash out one of my 401ks and buy 2 properties. Maybe a financial advisor comes across that, let's say 3 times a year. So you got a financial advisor here and you get 3 pieces of business a year from him. And CPA, maybe you get a couple from a CPA. Family law attorney, 2 people in one home, right? Family law, they do divorces. They're divorced, still the one home, but 2 people. This guy's either the husband or the wife, somebody's gonna refinance this house, cash this person flush with half the equity in the home. This person now has 300 grand. They need a home. They need a tax advisor. They need a financial advisor. And they need a real estate agent. And they need a mortgage broker too. They need 4 or 5 things just from a divorce. This person needed a mortgage broker to refi to cash the person out. Family law attorneys are dealing with divorces. Maybe we get a couple from a family law attorney. Human resources consultant or human resources outsourcing people. Companies are firing. We have somebody in here that got let go from PeopleSoft. And I bet a lot of people moved away. And that put houses on the market. People leave, houses on the market. Somebody's got to sell that home. Human resources consultants know about that. Companies are hiring. Human resources and recruiters know what companies are hiring. When companies are hiring, do people move into town? Steve Hom's loving this too because he's an insurance agent. He wants to insure those houses and stuff when they move here. So maybe a human resources consultant is going to bring you a few. And financial advisors, if we're a mortgage broker, real estate agents is going to bring us more than hopefully a year. So get 5 of those and we're making millions of dollars, hopefully. Financial advisors, human resources people, real estate agents, family law attorneys. You see where we're going here? I'm not looking for this. Hi everybody, Rick Silva. I'm looking for people that are renting. Or hi everybody, I'm looking for real estate agents, financial advisors that you know personally. Because then I'm going to manage this. And what is this? This is my ant farm. I'm managing these people, and they're bringing me the business. People are going to say, well, why are they bringing me the business? Well, we're going to help them. In return, they're going to help us. We're constantly going to be thinking about these people and how we can help them and refer business to them, and in turn, they're going to refer business to you. Everybody get this? Lead is 1 piece of business. Power partners, multiple pieces of business.
Everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and let me know if there's any other topics you'd like me to shoot a video on. As a mortgage lender, have you ever thought or said,
I do have one question. How to network in a crowded market? As a mortgage lender, there are a lot of mortgage lenders out there, and we're all competing for the same networking group. So the question is how to stand out, how to market well in a crowded market.
Well, we're going to cover that and a whole lot more coming up.
Just tips for better virtual networking, I think. Since we're still not meeting in person, a lot of networking I'm doing is virtual, and I'm open to suggestions for doing better.
Okay.
I think that's good for now.
Okay. Yes, there's competition, but we don't worry about it. And I'll explain. We're going to get people to actually raise their hand who want to talk to you. It's interesting. In my land investing business, I have no competition because you're never going to meet anybody who does land. In networking groups, I have tons of competition. Lori, anybody can do a loan. I mean, you know, I've met 10,000 mortgage lenders in my life. But if I was to sit down and think about any industry in my networking groups, and I thought I need a loan, 1 or 2 names are going to pop up. If I need a financial planner, 1 or 2 names are going to pop up. Though anybody in the groups right? And I have a big selection because I got a lot of groups and a huge network. Nothing to do with rate. It's Lori. The only thing Lori has to worry about is Lori. Everybody has rate. So what makes Lori different? Things like follow up, things like reaching out, things like Lori has a very soothing personality that kind of calms me, right? So does Marcella, even though she's a little more high strung in that side of the business. But for the most part, Lori's a very comforting person to me. If you were high strung like me, I'd freak out because it'd be two pieces of fire. And when two pieces of fire touch, it explodes. So you kind of temper me. And I'm assuming there's times, because I've pretty much accidentally do this to everywhere, where I might get your blood pumping a little bit because I'm a little bit more high strung and crazy. So there are going to be some people who love my personality type and some hate it. There's going to be some who love yours, and some are going to be like, she's a little too mellow. But some people are going to go, I like it because if she's working on finances, I don't want some hyper crazy person. So, and that's for any business. I'm not just strictly talking about you and mortgages. Anybody in any business. I don't really want a 90-mile-an-hour high-strung brain surgeon, right? Yeah. So, yes, there's a million mortgage lenders, but a smart power partner, i.e. real estate agent, financial planner, estate planning attorney, CPA, on and on and on, should have one. And this is not even, how do you say things without sounding racist or anything? There's language barriers. Mm-hmm. So if I'm a real estate agent, I need somebody who speaks Chinese, Korean, Mandarin, Hindi, Farsi, Spanish, and said every language, because then I'm going to lose clients there. And I'm pretty sure, at least in my world of networking, I've always met more real estate agents than mortgage lenders. I have a feeling there's more real estate agents than mortgage lenders. And I don't know that for a fact, but I think every real estate agent should have one of every flavor, like Baskin Robbins, because you never know what kind of client you're going to run into. In Windermere, where I am, if you don't, and I'm sorry for anybody watching this who's Indian, I don't know the Punjabi, I don't know the language, but like my whole neighborhood is Indian and Chinese. So, Mandarin, Cantonese, Punjabi, every kind of language out there. Then Lori, you're going to come in, and if you didn't have all of those different types of real estate agents, then someone's going to come to you and you're not going to be able to serve your client as good. But part of this is your job to position yourself when the time is right. Now, also in the mortgage world, if you want to buy a home, the first person before anybody you should talk to is your mortgage lender. Because, and I see these people, these real estate groups all the time. Oh, I had this client right at the last minute, blah, blah, blah. Did you get a contract? Did you get a pre-approval letter? Did you have them talk to more? No, I showed $1 million homes. They weren't pre-approved. And the guy pre-approved, they were pre-approved for $500,000. So how much time did you waste? In the mortgage world, you need to be the go-to person, because a person is technically supposed to go to you first, and then you funnel it to the real estate agent. Though what I've seen is most real estate transactions go real estate agent to mortgage lender back to the real estate agent. So these are just things that you could position yourself. Forget real estate. You can educate more financial planners, CPAs, estate planning attorneys, and we're going to go down the list, because that's part of the education of all of this, is having a long list of power partners. But if you educate them that, and we're going to go to the quotes, the reticular activating system of the elevator speech of your mortgage business. And they're not much different than ones I have on the back of my card. But if you trained a financial planner, hey, when you hear somebody say we're having a baby, we have a bonus check coming in, we're looking to diversify and buy some more real estate, and you program their minds and say, just so you know, now that you've heard those things, before they talk to a real estate agent, they have to get pre-approved. That's Lori educating all these other power partners. Real estate agents know that, but all these other power partners, you educate them, where most mortgage lenders go, hey, Mr. Financial Planner, when your client needs a loan. So if you're going in there using the quotes, educating them, make it as easy as possible for them to send the referral, i.e. making templates, a referral template. You have a coffee meeting, and we'll kind of run through what that looks like. But then if you met a financial planner and you sent them a template, if you have someone who says, and you already know all the quotes on the back of my, let's see if it'll focus. Anybody watching this, pause the video and look at the quotes. That's my land investing business. But if you give the proper mortgage quotes to a financial planner, for instance, and say, I'm going to make it as easy as possible. Here's a email. I just need these 6 things answered and I'll take it from there. If you do all these things, Lori, you're so far above. And then also I'm going to talk to you today about how to actually set the coffee meeting that doesn't sound like you're trying to just get loans out of people. You're going to have people contact. Just look right here. Marcellus Kendall III, real estate agent in Good Day. Just got my first call back from the admin of a family law attorney interested in meeting with me. Nice. I'm going to walk you through this system that he's just now doing to get people to contact you saying, yes, I want to meet. Okay. So you want to go over that a little bit?
Yeah, that would be great.
So I'm going to give you the framework today. So I have a full video on this on my YouTube channel. I'm going to breeze through this and I'm going to give you some ideas on how to set the coffee meeting. We're not going to get it all done today, but I'm going to give you a nice framework for it. So Lori, you know who I am, but there's people watching this that don't, or going to be watching this that don't. So I'm going to quickly, I'm going to go over all of this, but this is kind of the blueprint for building your network. And it's the same, Lori, there's 4 industries this works unbelievably well with, and that's real estate, mortgage, financial planner, insurance. It's almost all exactly this. It's literally 95% the same. First thing we need is an avatar. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, what foundation networking is built on, the 4 ways to build your business, 2 referral sources, leads versus referrals, what's power partnering. I'm not going to really go into circle prospecting today. And I'll talk a little bit about the indirect sales approach to get the coffee meetings. Okay. So Joyce I'm going to change the words for you, Lori. Joyce is a mortgage lender who dreams of becoming a high producing professional in her office. Currently, Joyce's focus is on how to get more referrals and to make more money. Ultimately, Joyce really wants to get more loans and have financial security. Right this minute, Joyce would be ecstatic if she could find more buyers and stop cold calling. Unfortunately, Joyce still needs to figure out how to get more referrals, stand out from all the other agents in her area, get more business without spending tons of money on marketing. Now, this last sentence, did you not have that as one of your issues?
Yes.
How is Lori going to stand out? Joyce is also really frustrated with the fact that her network does not send her referrals. Other mortgage lenders earn more money than she does. People always want discounts, and people don't even have a clue what they want. Plus, she feels she needs to get the answers to these questions before she can move on. How can I get more referrals? How can I find more buyers? How can I double or even triple my income and still work less? Joyce is also hung up on the idea that cold calling works. Marketing for leads is the best way to get more loans. And there's so many coaches out there, she doesn't know where to turn for help. In fact, she feels like cold leads don't work well, but she needs more business to earn more money so she can reach her goals. When all is said and done, Joyce just wants to be one of the most successful mortgage lenders in her office, spend more time with her family on her hobbies. Lori likes to write. Lori likes to travel. She wants more money so she can travel and feel in control of her life and stop chasing crappy cold leads around. To help Lori, and Lori always had the course. So to help Joyce, I would invite her to check out my webinar-based training called One Referral Away. It's at onereferralaway.com. I'll teach you how to create an ongoing referral machine, blah, blah, blah. So step 1, Lori, you need an avatar. I have the software. If you want, at another time, we can sit down. You answer the questions and it kicks out your avatar of your perfect client. Now, what I just read to you is my perfect client. So a real estate, mortgage, financial planner, and insurance falls into that avatar. Yours is a investor, first-time home buyer, correct?
Right.
So we need to go ahead.
And I also came up with another one that so far has been starting to bring me business. I'm also looking to help single women who are interested in buying their first home,
awesome,
or refinancing, or helping people coming out of a divorce to get their own home.
Lori, you'd be shocked how many parcels of land we've sold to women who just got divorced, like tons. So that's very good. Good. So hold that for when we get to Power Partners, because that's going to be critically important for Power Partners. Okay.
Perfect.
So step 1, you have to have an avatar for each one of those. Like the one I just read was strictly real estate agent, though on the fly, it was hard for me to do, but on the fly, I had to change all of her problems to mortgage lender.
Right.
But you should have a different avatar filled out for each one. So you know precisely if you're going to talk to, you want divorced women, you better start talking to family law attorneys.
Mhm.
So you're not going to do investor script. You're not going to do just getting married script. You're going to use the just getting divorced script. So you have to have the exact avatar that resonates with the marriage and family therapist, and also family law attorney. So you need to have multiple avatars, a different avatar for each different kind of client. Okay. So I would have 4, really 5. Well, it's 7 if you want to be: real estate, mortgage, financial planner, insurance, dentists, chiropractors, network marketers. Those 7 or 8 industries, I can kill it. But it works for any industry, really. Laura, you know this. I'll breeze through it. I was an engineer, and then I worked for Cisco Systems as a recruiter. Rode a wave of fame and fortune at .com world multimillionaire at 29, broke at 30, .com crash. I have 2 different courses on networking. You have one referral away, the Essentials course. I also have a course called Mastery, which is all about power partnering. I teach networking. I run networking groups, and I bring in 50 to 75% of the business for our land investing business that my wife does. Bankrupt 2008, homeless, and now not anymore. I've had over 6,000 one-on-one coffee meetings, facilitated well over 1,000 networking groups, which are all virtual now. 2008, I got divorced. I was broke. My car got repossessed. I lived in that office, put my clothes in there, showered at the gym, homeless for 6 months. That's the actual futon that I slept on. I did a seminar with Les Brown when I was broke sauce, but I knew this stuff worked. And I didn't really start teaching it until I had tremendous success with it. So I kind of floated along just doing it. And then all of a sudden, after I had some success, I started teaching it. There's a lot of people out there that teach things, Laura. You got to watch also who you're having coach you. Now, in spirituality, then you find the most spiritual person you can find. But when it comes to money, there's a lot of people out there teaching stuff, and they're broke. So they really probably shouldn't be teaching. And I waited until I had tremendous success that started teaching this, because that was the actual proof that it really worked. Got a chance to, so I shared the stage with Les Brown, and then I got divorced, and I met Marcella. We've been on, 7, 8, 9 trips around the world. That's our 3rd trip of Mu'urea. That's Santorini. You know these areas better than I do. I don't know if you've been to Mu'urea more than me, but you've probably been to Santorini more than I have. I got 3 trips to Mu'urea. For those who know, Lori also does travel. So there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to compare to anything she's done. But I've been able to go from homeless to going around the world 9 times. We've done well over 650 real estate transactions. I've never bought a lead. I've never cold called. I've never door knocked. And when I tell you I've never cold called, I have never picked up the phone to look for business. Now, I've looked for power partner relationships, which we'll get into shortly, but I have never looked for a client, ever. I find people who have my client, and I teach them how to send it to me. That's what I do. Laura, you don't have a big ego. So I used to have a humongous ego, and I walked into the wrong room at the wrong time. And a guy worth hundreds of millions of dollars kicked me in the ass and said, "You want to get rich? Take your 10-gallon ego hat off and leave it at the door. If you want to stay broke, keep your ego hat on." And I said, "Here you go. Here you go. Take my hat, baby." And there's a fine line, Lori, between confidence and cocky. And I'd like to say I'm confident. Hopefully I don't come across as arrogant or cocky. Just I'm damn good at this, and it's maybe millions of dollars, and I just want to teach it to people. To have to build a network, most people go down the road of, I hate to throw names out there and then say it's not that good, but Joe Stumpf, his stuff is good for beginners. Brian Buffini is mostly about premising and marketing and paying money, and the Ferry father and son. These guys they look at networking as an afterthought. They talk a lot about leads. And I think they don't talk about referrals because they just don't know really anything about how to build a referral-based practice. So that's where I come in. I don't know anything about signing mortgage contracts. I don't know anything about real estate contracts. I know one thing, Lori. I know how to bring in referrals so you don't get stood up, so you don't have to chase garbage, so people aren't constantly asking for discounts. And one of the reasons this big thing, you got to track everything, Laura, you got to track the numbers, is because you need to get tons of leads in to close a few. Here's the problem with leads, Lori. When someone comes to you and then you got to talk to them, you got to interview them, you got to run their credit. I don't know. You could have 10 minutes to a few hours with them. And then if you're going to do the loan with them, it's many, many hours. Now, when you have a lead, there's people right at the last minute. They don't listen to you, Lori, because they don't really respect you. And you're in process on the loan. And this, I don't know if this has happened to you yet, but I know 100 people this has happened to. Right before the loans close, Lori, they go buy a car or they buy a washer dryer on credit. And there goes the whole loan down the tubes.
Yep.
So these things happen a lot more when you bring in leads where they don't know you, they don't trust you, they just found you on Facebook. You did Facebook leads or LinkedIn leads. I want you to always remember this. When you advertise, you're commoditized. They care about price. They care about, can I get a discount? There's no loyalty. When it comes in on a referral. So just to paint a picture, if you're a real estate agent and a financial planner sends you one of their clients saying they got the money, they want to buy a home, they're ready to go, here's their info. Lori, if a CPA says, in fact, I'll use Marcella's card. If a CPA is sitting with a client and that client says, I have X amount of money, I got a bonus check coming in, whatever, we own a home, we're looking at buying another property. If a CPA goes, call Lori so she can get you pre-approved, because you have to talk to a mortgage lender before you talk to a real estate agent. When that person calls you on the phone and says, hey, Lori, my name's Rick. My CPA told me to call you to get my loan. If that happens, Lori, do you need to know anything about closing? Do you need to be some expert closer?
For sales? Yes.
No, for that sale. For this scenario, if my CPA tells me to call you, I call you and say, Lori, my CPA told me to call you so you could do my loan. Do you need to be an expert salesperson? It's 95% done. You don't need to know anything about sales. Zero. Except this. This is all you need to know about sales. If my CPA tells me to call you, Lori is going to do your loan. And I call you. The only thing, Lori, you need to know about sales is sign here.
How can I help?
If my CPA tells you to call me, there's a very little chance that at the last minute I'm going to go, hey, Lori, my next door neighbor does loans. I'm going to go with her.
Right.
But in these real estate groups, every day, somebody says, somebody left me, their cousin just got their real estate license. Their mother-in-law is a real estate agent. So I did all this work and they left me. If the referral, not a lead, if a qualified referral comes to you from an estate planning attorney, from a financial planner, from an estate planning attorney, from a real estate agent, and they say, Lori's going to do your loan for you, the loyalty is at a level that the only way Lori's not going to close that loan is if Lori screws something up. There's no way you're going to lose it unless you show up late or screw something up. Other than that, it's 90% done. Leads are work, discounts. They may not show up. They may stand you up. There's nothing holding a lead accountable. Referrals are held accountable by the referral source if done properly. And those of you who never heard this before, you might want to listen back to what I just said like 5 times to really get that. So now the foundation, Lori, the foundation of your network is elevator speech. Now, have you watched my videos and created a mortgage elevator speech yet?
It's in process, but it's not finished. So I'm looking for coaching on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So not today, but the most important parts of it, and my videos are on, I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
Name, company name, benefits of working with you, and then we need the quotes.
Right.
I've been renting for a long time. I wonder what I qualify for. I'm thinking about buying a second home. We're getting married, thinking about buying the first home. The last kid's out of school. Hey, empty nesters, we're looking to downsize. Getting married, third kid on the way. We got to get a bigger home. You teach everybody those quotes. I just gave them to you. Just watch this replay back and I just did your elevator speech for you. But those quotes, Lori, those quotes are the concrete under this house. Because if this house and this house doesn't have a good foundation, then at the first sign of trouble, it's going to collapse. And if you want to have a beautiful home that doesn't have a broken foundation, We got to have a good foundation, and that's the elevator speech. Okay. Elevator speech is the foundation. Elevator speech and then the proper mentality, which we're kind of working on now. This helps with the foundation, the proper elevator speech. And then you have to have, I just so happened, I didn't plan this, but I have the book. So instead of you reading 350 pages, I went through this book and some other books too. And there are 6 laws that you have to follow if you want to have success in networking. The law of reciprocity, the law of attraction, the law of mutual exchange, the law of increasing returns, the law of abundance, and Parkinson's law, which none of them I'm going in detail today. They're in the course in as much detail as they can do, but we need to follow the laws. There's only one law in the world, Lori, and this goes for all the universal laws. There's one law that you have broken hundreds of times. I can prove it because you're alive. You want to know what law it is?
Yes.
You have to, for short times in your life, you have got to break the law of gravity or the airplane's going to crash, right?
Right.
That's the only law you can break. But these 6 laws you cannot break if you want. Just as a real, look at the bottom right, the right hand, the law of mutual exchange. So here's where most people, even in my networking groups, and especially in the real estate world, break the law of mutual exchange. Now, the law of mutual exchange is this, Lori. Hey, I'm a real estate agent, and Lori, I gave you somebody. Lori, I gave you this person, they needed a loan. And Lori, I gave you this person, they need a loan. And Lori, I gave you this person, I needed a loan. And then they go like this. Where's your referrals back to me? And people go, well, these referrals, that referral source sucks. I'm not sending them any more referrals. They don't send me referrals. The law of mutual exchange, and so does the law of reciprocity, says you give with no thought of return. Mm-hmm. If you think about getting something in return, you've broken definitely the law of reciprocity and the law of mutual exchange, where you have certain cultures where one person says, I have an apple. The other person says, I have an orange, and they're trying to barter back and forth to see who can get more oranges and more apples for the other guy. And that's not the law of mutual exchange. And that is not the law of reciprocity. Give with no thought of return. So if a real estate agent's giving you something, expecting to get clients back, no, that's not how it works. You give with no thought of return. The law of mutual exchange is, Lori, you give, and then guess what? You might not get back from that person. But I can't tell you how many times in my life I've given referral after referral after referral after referral to the same person. And then out of the blue, I get a phone call and somebody does $1 million with us. Where'd that come from? It came from a referral, but why did that person send it? Because I've put so much energy in the world, it's going to come back. It was always going to come back. But the same thing, law of increasing returns. When a farmer plants the seeds, right? He does a hard day of work of seed planting. Does he look down at the seeds and go, what's your problem? What's your problem? Why aren't you producing? No, they plant the seeds and plant the seeds and plant the seeds and plant the seeds, knowing, Lori, if they plant the seeds in the right soil with the right temperature, the right water, the right fertilizer, and the right taking care of it, taking care of the soil, a crop is going to grow. Not just a crop, Lori, because we can have a bunch of plants like a corn crop, but then all those ears of corn. So it's not just a corn crop, it's all the ears of corn. That's from Lori doing things with no thought of return. Yes, I know you want to do loans, but if you talk to people and your only goal for talking to them is to get loans, then you're breaking like half the laws on the screen. If you break the law, you don't get the referral-based practice. A lot of those guys I named, the Buffinis, the Stumps, the Ferries, they don't go this deep. They just go, oh, SOI. Just go meet real estate. Go meet mortgage lenders and financial planners. That's not networking. That's just talking to people. That's called marketing. We're talking about networking. It's not marketing.
So 17 years, my entire life is around just this one topic. I don't know anything else. I just know how to get the phone to ring with people who want to do business with you. So you have to have faith. I'm not going to go into this. If you're driving across the country, and I'll go into a little bit. If you're driving across the country at night, you cannot see, if you're in California, you cannot see New York. You can only see as far as the headlights aim. But when you get down the road, then you can see farther. You just got to have faith. If you're going to, yeah, I already did the seed thing, but if you're just going to plant the seeds. You're going to have coffee meeting after coffee meeting after coffee meeting after coffee. Until Laura, you have so much freaking coffee meetings. Your Zoom is going, damn, you have a lot of coffee meetings. And then this, and oh my God. And then you go, oh my God. And it's still, this is so much freaking work. It's so hard. Yeah. You know what's hard? This isn't hard. This is fun meeting with people. You and I, what we're doing right now, we're having fun. What's hard is placing ads and having 500 people contact you and chasing and running a database, and 90% of the people stand you up or show up late. That's not fun. And then this, and then those are referrals. Yay. I forgot these slides were in here, which is why I did all those freaking examples, forgetting I put the slides in here. So you got to have the right elevator speech. I don't want to go too deep into that today, because today's kind of, I'm trying to build your whole foundation, Lori. And then a lot of this is in the course you bought. And if you haven't seen the online version, I'll get you it's all on onereferralaway.com. Mm-hmm. And I want to show you a quick testimony. This is my friend, Andy. Andy was in my groups a while back. I've been working with Rick about a year now, how to go about networking. He totally overhauled the way I do my elevator pitch and taught me how to become more effective out in the business community. Directly from the coaching I've gotten from Rick, I now have over $6,000 a month in recurring business. Andy went to Cornell. I think he's got an MBA from Cornell, and I can't remember where he went to, another college. Andy's IQ is like so much higher than mine, but they don't teach networking in schools. That's the big problem. Everybody thinks this is networking. Hey, Lori, I do mortgages. Hey, John, I do mortgages. Hey, that's called marketing. That is not networking. But most people who teach networking actually teach marketing. So you got to know the job of a professional networker. Now, Lori, you're going to become a professional networker, a professional advertiser, or a professional cold caller. I can help you with two of those. I can actually help you become a professional cold caller. I'm great at cold calls because I made tens of thousands 20 years ago until I learned how to not make them anymore. If you have to use the phone, I can teach you scripting that will 2 to 5-fold your returns on talking to clients, though I don't think you ever should be reaching out to clients. But if you do, I can make you good at it. The job of a professional networker is do not ever look for clients. Yes, I'm telling real estate agents, mortgage lenders, insurance agents, and financial planners, do not ever, under any circumstance, ever look for clients. Talk to people who already have them. Talk to people who already have them. That's called power partnering. It's called SOI, sphere of influence, POI, purse of influence, COI, center of influence, COI, circle of influence. In the world of networking, it's really called power partner. Laura, you're pretty new in the business, so you're not going to have a ton of numbers to track. But, you know, when I ask about what percentage of business is from leads, what percentage is from past clients, what would you like your business to look like? Are you cold calling, lead generating, chasing people around? So these are the only 4 ways you can build your business, okay? There's only 4. There's no other way. You can cold call. You can advertise. Word of mouth, Lori, you're experiencing it now. Word of mouth is, Lori, you used to be in a completely different industry. I can't remember if it was high tech. You were a business person. You weren't a mortgage lender. You weren't a travel agent. You were corporate. Okay. The day you became a travel agent, okay, you told everybody you're doing travel, everybody you know.
Right.
That falls under the blue of word of mouth. Okay. That's word of mouth. But then you started talking to strangers. You joined my networking group. You joined other networking groups. You were going out networking, you know, before COVID messed us all up a little bit. That's networking. So cold calling is you looking for clients. Advertising is Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, whatever, or any kind of lead purchasing you're doing. That's advertising. That brings in, so cold calling and advertising brings in leads. That's why it's in red, because red is red alert. Red is, I wouldn't do it.
And I want to clear up a point I was making earlier about how much time you spend with your clients. Real estate agents spend I think more time, Lori, because you're getting them pre-approved and kind of, they have to do the research. They have to drive to all these houses, then the inspections and all that, right?
Right.
So all of those hours and hours and hours, real estate agents have to spend with their clients, and they want to work with cold leads, people. They have to spend an hour teaching them who they are to build trust and rapport. Where if a financial planner said, call this real estate agent to help you buy a home, it's 95% done. It saves hours. And if you want to start doing multiple transactions a month, it's hours of saved time per month, especially if you're doing lead generating. It's the worst. Financial planner, insurance agent, mortgage, real estate. The worst thing you could do is lead generate for clients. Now you could lead generate for other things. Like for me, for buyers and sellers both, the amount of time, certainly for buyers, lead generating, sellers maybe, but the loyalty and the savings of time on building a referral-based practice still outpaces any day doing this cold stuff, because you still have to sell yourself. So word of mouth is telling your friends, and then networking is strangers. So whatever you do, you have business coming in. Laura, you can't help everybody. They want a $10 million home and they're pre-approved for $800,000. You can't help them. You want to find that out during the pre-screen, pre-close phase. They might want to move to a different state. Maybe you're not licensed in that state, whatever it is. Real estate agents, like Marcellus, who I just showed you that Facebook email. He does Baltimore, Maryland, DC, 500,000 to $1 million. He doesn't do 300,000 and he doesn't do 3 million. So this is the pre-screen where that's figured out. So you're not wasting your time. Mm-hmm. And then we get paid. Yay. And then what? Yay. Then guess what? This is the part that almost everyone misses. Hey, Lori, just drip on them after they've purchased from. That's the best referral, but no one knows how to build a referral source of their past clients. That's partly of the quotes of your elevator speech, which we're not going to dig too deep on, but you got to teach these people how to send you referrals. And if you get really good at this, Lori, after you get a big enough client base built, then this right here becomes something that's, a couple hours a month. Because once these people start sending you business, you've got a reoccurring business here just from past clients, where really, me personally, word of mouth, once you tell everybody, word of mouth is gone. Cold calling and advertising, I would never do. So you just do some networking every month, and very selective and very picky. So now, those are the 4 ways to build your business. There's only 2 places to get it from in networking. Well, I'm going to cut you in half, Lori. On one side, there's 3. Past, current, and future clients. That's where you can get referrals, okay? And the other side is power partners. We're going to dig a little bit more into power partners here shortly, because most people know COI, because the supposed big-time real estate coaches call it COI and SOI, and it's really not. It's power partner. I'm sorry, but in networking, it's power partner. It's not COI. It's not POI. It's not SOI. It's called the power partner. So that's the term I'm using. So the course you have is on the left-hand side. Lori, the course you don't have is on the networking mastery side, which is the power partner course. Okay, so let's talk about the definition of selling, marketing, and networking. Selling is first and foremost a transaction between the seller and the prospective buyer or buyer. Seller is the art of persuading the consumer that buying the product or service will benefit him or her. Selling is a process by which one person guides other people's behavior along a path in a desired direction, culminating in getting a loan in your case. Marketing is an organizational function and a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers. The ongoing process of moving people closer to making a decision to purchase your product or service. If it doesn't facilitate a sale, it's not marketing. So marketing does 2 things. It gets people, builds confidence and trust, and knocks down the trust bridge, or builds up the trust bridge and knocks down any barriers, so they sign in on a dotted line. So selling is getting people to sign in on a dotted line. Marketing is giving them confidence to do it, and or it's bringing in leads. Networking is through the law of reciprocity, a system in which you help others reach their personal and professional goals, knowing that in return you'll be helped in reaching yours. What networking is not is calling someone on the phone and saying, "Hi, can I help you purchase or sell your home? If not, I'd love to be that person when you're ready in the future. What can I do to earn your business?" That's called prospecting, circle prospecting, cold calling. It's too much freaking work. You're begging people. You're knocking on doors. You look desperate. You're cold calling. You look desperate. Here's the thing, Lori, if you call people on the phone, if you're knocking on doors, there's only one reason you're doing that, because you don't have business. And a lot of people equate somebody not having business to maybe being not that good. So sometimes cold calling and door knocking means you're not that good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you. We're not going to get it all done in this session, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to get real estate agents, financial planners, estate planning attorneys, and CPAs to chase you. Okay?
I like it.
Now, those people already have your client. If you teach them how to send you referrals, then you're not walking up and down the street like most real estate agents have to, is knocking on doors. The reason the Buffinis, the Stumps, and the Ferries teach that is because they know zero about networking. Okay? And yes, my challenge in life before I die is to show people that there's a better way than circle prospecting and cold calling and just doing. And here's the thing, Lori, people who rely on cold calling, what happens when the power goes down? I mean, I just have a guy I'm in a YouTube group, and he's having a hard time getting anything done because it's snowing. You want to go door knock in the snow? Oh, well, I just won't door knock when it's snowing. Good. So for like 6 or 8 weeks a year, when it's pouring rain or snowing, you're out of business. And I know a lot of people who would kill you if you knocked on their door during COVID. So if you were a door knocker, you're getting hammered. But if you knew this, you would not be getting hammered, which I'm going to show you. The responses from a survey I did, your favorite ways to generate referrals, I ask, I lead generate, I use a credit repair platform, I talk to past clients and family members, past clients, and I simply ask. Lori, you ask for leads, you earn referrals. So when I sent an email out saying, what's your favorite way to get referrals? I ask leads. I lead generate leads. I use a credit repair platform, leads. I talk to past clients and family members, leads. Past clients, leads. I simply ask, leads. You have to teach them how to send you referrals. It's a big difference. A lead is a name and a number. We'll get into that here shortly, but asking people is leads, not referrals. Just want to make that clear. Rick, what the hell's the difference between a lead and a referral? You can pause this if you're watching this on video, but hey, I saw your Facebook lead, LinkedIn post. A lead is a name and a number of someone who might be, in your case, looking for a loan. A referral came from a trusted advisor, like an attorney, a CPA, a financial advisor, a real estate agent, mortgage lender, estate planning attorney, family law attorney, someone who knows the person's situation intimately and can fill out a form and send it to you. And if you see that bottom one, my CPA told me to call you because I need a loan. Bottom left-hand corner, a lead doesn't even know who you are. A referral, you were introduced to this person by another person. I saw your Facebook ad. What do you do? What do you charge? Can I get a discount? Can I get $500 of your commission? You make 3%. How much? $1 million home. You make 30 grand. If a CPA told his client to call you on the phone, 99.9% of the time, Lori, they're not going to ask you how much you make. Their CPA told them to call you. When you advertise, you're commoditized, meaning they ask you how much, they ask you for discounts. When it's a referral, you're trusted and they just go along with what the person said. I know you've been with me for years. I know you understand. There's people watching this who just simply don't get the difference.
If they trust their CPA, then they're going to trust the person that the CPA refers them to. Yeah.
And there's only one caveat, Lori, and I said it earlier. The only way that's going to get screwed up is if you screw it up. It's been put on a tee. All you got to do, Lori, is pick up the bat and hit the ball. If you show up late, if you make mistakes, that's the only way you're going to screw this up. Because the CPA, and I'll give you ideas later when I talk to you about setting a coffee meeting.
on how you'll almost never get stood up. More on the differences between leads and referrals. Leads leave quickly. Yes, it could be a quicker sale. It could be. They ask for discounts. They want some of your commission. When you advertise your commoditize, I'll say that until I die. They want discounts. They're way harder to close. You have to spend a lot more time showing testimonials, building up your credibility, all that kind of good stuff. And the bigger ones is hard to get the appointment. You get stood up more, and then you got to pay for leads. Now with referrals, yes, you had to have a lot of coffee meetings. Yes, you did. Sorry. They leave slower. They take longer to get going. That's because, and I'll tell you why, if you lead generate, if you happen to actually close the person, yes, it will close quicker. But then whatever you did to generate that lead, you got to do it all over again. When you get a referral, like Lori, if you could get a CPA to send you a deal a month and you had 5 CPAs, that's 60 deals a year. And all you did was have some coffee meetings, and it becomes this machine. On the lead generating side, there's still a machine. There's a lead generating machine, but you need much. Lori, if you had 5 CPAs send you a deal a month, that's 60. You're going to have to unbelievably screw up to not close 55 of them, because the CPA knows they're looking for a loan. You don't close 55 of those, and then there's something wrong with Lori's system. If you got 60 leads off of Facebook, if you close 2, I'll pass out on the floor like this. But the time you spent on those other 50 people, it's a freaking nightmare. So with referrals, they leave slower. They take a little bit longer to get going. They almost never, if ever, ask for discounts. Price is an afterthought. They're much easier to close. They almost have no objections to ask any questions. The CPA told them to call you. You're almost never going to get stood up. And referrals are free unless you pay for referrals. I pay for referrals. If you don't, you don't. This I already covered. I'm going to cover it again. I covered this. It's POI, COI, SOI. In this world, it's power partner. It's power partnering. This is Dr. Cynthia Stevenson. Again, another client whose IQ is so much higher than mine. It's not even funny. She's a doctor. They don't teach this stuff in medical school. Rick is amazing. He's very professional. His direct button-down approach is concise, efficient, and effective. I was able to learn new speaking skills in a very short time period that has translated to grow 3 times my goal and twice the profitability that I projected in my business plan just now 4 months into my business. Because most people, when they network, Lori, I gotta do loans. I gotta meet everybody I can so I can get more loans. Breaking the law of reciprocity. A lot of people break the law. Networking doesn't work. Networking sucks. Networking doesn't work. So I'm going to go back to lead generating and cold calling. No, networking does work. You just don't know how to do it. So Lori, had you and I never met, this would have been your life. And it still could be. Hopefully you're not doing a lot of cold calling, but no. Good. Before you and I ever met, and if you didn't know anything about it and you didn't know anything about networking, you wouldn't have much choice. You're going to have to start doing a bunch of advertising and knocking on doors and stuff. Your right side, that blue, is going to be non-existent the day you become a mortgage lender. And if you become a real estate agent, you're not going to have a lot of blue at first. You're going to have to start talking to a lot of people, telling a lot of people, and trying to look for business. I understand that. But as quickly as possible, I want to get you out of door knocking, out of cold calling, lead generating. I want your business to look like this. This is an unusual business because most people lead generating and all. This is an unusual business to have. No cold calling, just a little bit on advertising, and referrals are coming in like so many you can't even handle it. Like so many, Lori, you're going to need an assistant, or so many you're going to have to turn some people away, which we do all the time. There's nothing wrong with firing clients. They fire us all the time. So your job as a professional networker when you're dealing with clients, Lori, is what's their situation. Now, you named most of these already. And if you didn't name it, I did about 35 minutes ago. They're getting, because here's the thing. I want you guys, anybody who's lasted this long in the video, thank you for staying. Financial planner, insurance agent, real estate agent, mortgage lender. Of those 4, who doesn't work with? If people are getting divorced, they're going to need 3, if not 4 of those. Getting married, moving in or out, having another child, inheritance. Somebody's inheriting money, Lori. The possibilities are
They could get married. They could buy a home. They could invest. They could travel. I mean, there's so many things that they could do. They need a banker, a CPA, a financial planner, a travel agent, a photographer, an event planner. They need their wedding dress. They need to get the cake. If they're getting married and buying a home and traveling, think of the amount of industries they need help with. It's crazy. So, and then what's a new house need? Plumber, handyman, roofer, interior designer, painter, architect. Oh my God. People just, all they want to think is they want to meet people. And they want to think is, how am I going to help them buy or sell a home? How am I going to do their loan? How am I going to do it? Forget all of that. Think about what they need beyond you. And then you're a networker. Cold calling on the left-hand side, it demeans your industry. Cold calling, it's for losers. I'm sorry. Cold calling and door knocking is for people who simply either can't build relationships or don't know how. If they can't, they got to seriously work on their personality. If they don't know how, here's right here, because I can teach you how to build your network. When you cold call, the only reason you're cold calling is because you're not busy. If you're not busy, there is an interpretation that you're not good. I'm sorry. Especially dentists. I've worked with hundreds of dentists that have the issue with asking their patients for referrals or their friends and family members, because if I ask my patient for a referral, it means I'm not fully booked. If I'm not fully booked, I must not be that good of a dentist. Do you see how that goes into they must be a loser? Ask for a referral, client thinks I'm a loser. But there's a way you can educate your clients where you look like a winner and you make the client look like a winner. A lot of that's covered in the course. I can't cover everything here because then we have a 12-hour coaching session. We're already 58 minutes in. I'm about to fall over. If there's bad weather, do not call lists. And I put dentists, doctors, and attorneys don't cold call. Attorneys will be disbarred and lose their license if they cold call. You ever have a doctor call you on the phone and beg you to switch doctors? They don't do that.
No.
Because they have a network. Dentists do not, generally. But doctors have a network sending them, right? Blue Cross, Blue Shield, whatever it is, they have a network sending them patients. You need to build a referral-based practice so you have a network sending you patients, because mortgage lenders and real estate agents take the top 10% in all industries. They make as much or more. Certainly, without question, the top 10% mortgage lenders and real estate agents, there's no question they make more than dentists do. Maybe not high-end oral surgeons, but as a general rule, real estate and mortgage is more highly paid, absolutely, than attorneys, doctors. Attorneys make what, $400 or $500 an hour? That's nothing. We did a deal one time, Lori. We called the lady on the phone. She didn't have time to hear about the property. She wrote the check. 10-minute phone call. We made $134,000. It works out to $500,000 an hour. That's what you can do in real estate. Attorneys get paid when they work. Doctors get paid when they work. And dentists get paid when they work. Mortgage lenders and real estate agents, on average, make way more than those three industries. And those three industries don't cold call. So why in the hell are you cold calling? I don't get it. Insurance agents and financial planners absolutely make more than attorneys, doctors, and dentists. And if you don't, go to one referral away, get the course so I can help you make more. When you're cold calling in real estate, you got geo leads, calling systems, Vortex, RedX, databases, guys doing these seminars like, Lori, let's get fired up for our cold calls. Let's get your mirror ready, get your notes ready. Let's go. Oh my God. The average business person spends 15 to 35 hours a week looking for business. Ugh. Referrals on the right-hand side. People are calling you, Lori. Lori, I heard about you. They told me you're the only person who talked about getting my loan. You want to do that? You want to, hey, my name's Lori, looking to see if you're looking to get pre-approved for your next loan. Left-hand side looks like, I don't mean to insult anybody watching this, but when you're cold calling, you kind of look like you're not good at what you do. You're not busy. On the right-hand side, Lori, people are chasing you. It's just a shift in mentality. You can be very picky with who you work with. So here's the thing, Lori, when you cold call and you get somebody on the phone, and a real estate agent calls somebody on the phone and come to find out they want to They want a 1-bedroom condo, and you don't do that. You only do $1 million to $3 million homes. Now you just cold call yourself into a client you can't work with. On the right-hand side, if you build a referral-based practice and you teach your power partners what you're looking for, then everything that comes in, you'll be able to serve. They have this much, they have this credit score, they're looking for this dollar range. If not, don't send them to me. You teach your referral sources. That's your job. My referral sources never send me referrals. You didn't teach them. Referrals I get, they're horrible. You didn't teach them. Your fault. Hold up a mirror. Get the wrong kind of leads, crappy leads that stand you up. Your fault. You generated it. Referrals that you don't close. Your fault. You generated it, but you didn't teach your power partners what to send you. You teach them. There's not a hell of a lot of stress. If you look at the fourth button down, there's not a hell of a lot of stress when you're sitting there, Lori, and your phone rings and you pick up the phone. Hi, it's Lori. Lori, hey, just met with my CPA, and I'm ready to buy a home. He told me to call you so I could get pre-approved. Or Lori, let's see. Let's look at the left-hand side, and Lori's picked up the phone all day, making her 100 calls. All right, I think I've beat the point to a pulp. I think it's that lava rock is now liquefied at this point. Don't freaking cold call. Now, having said that, you should cold call for like a month and never do it again. I have a whole video on this. I don't really want to go into this too much, but the biggest mistake people make in business development, hey, Lori, even in your travel business, whatever, you have times where the momentum, you're so busy, you almost don't want to go to the networking groups because you're freaking out. And see this line? Do you see my mouse? Right. So right here is where, Lori, you're freaking. You have so much business you can't handle it. My wife, Marcella, in 2020, I don't want to say last year because I don't know when people are watching this video. It could be 2030 when they're watching it. In 2020, during COVID, 2 different times, my wife at one time had 13 to 15 escrows going at the same time.
Wow.
Here's the thing, Lori. She closed them all, but whether you close them all or some fall off and they go away, Lori, when you're working on a loan, let's say you have 5 deals, right? And then these 2 people get funded, and now you only have 3. One screws up and buys a washer dryer, you lose it, and the other 2 change their mind. Mm-hmm. Well, you have 0, right? You had 5. You closed 2. Let's say you closed 3. This one screwed up and this one ghosted you. You still have 0. You are now unemployed. So right here, Lori, you are unbelievably busy. Right here, you've closed all the deals. But because as you got busier, you turned your networking off. See this line going down? Yep. So you're here with your business. You're here with your networking. Right here is called, oh shit. Sorry for swearing if you get offended, but I guarantee when you have no business and you turned your networking off for 2 months because you're busy, right here, you're going to scream, oh shit. And then you're going to ramp your business up, and then you're going to get busy again. And this is potentially going to happen again. So what we got to try to do is we got to keep it level, Lori. We got to try to keep this level because this is your income and this is your stress. Now, Lori, I'm going to take a quick bio break. I'm going to come back and I'm going to bomb you with more. Okay. I'll be right back. All right. Lori, you already have this, but I'll go over this real quick. So the if you go to onereferralaway.com, you'll see this box. And when you click it, it takes you to a sales page, which kind of explains, it's a 12-part course. It explains the course. There's a couple different payment options. It's $795, or people can make payments. And if you're watching this video and you do the $795, then change the 1 hour of coaching to 2 hours of coaching. I'll coach you for 2 hours, one-on-one. When you click the button, it takes you to this page. Now, if you do the $795, I'll give you 2 hours of coaching. If you use this code and you type in 200 in the coupon code, it takes the price to $595. If you do the $595, then I will do 1 hour of coaching, not 2, 1 hour. So that's up to you, however you want to do it. But there's a $200 discount code if you want 1 hour of coaching. These are the different lessons. I'm not going to go over them. You can pause the page but this is what the 12 videos are on. That's 6, 7, 8 hours long, but I guarantee it can help you. You just heard Lori say it'll help you. Do monthly coaching, elevator speech training. You'll have access to me via phone and via text. Power partner is the definition of a power partner is someone who sells to, serves, and consults the exact same person you do. They just don't sell what you sell. That's a power partner. Goes by many names. We've covered this before. COI, POI, SOI. It's basically when introducing two people to each other to collaborate or to serve each other's clients' needs. Lori, you had just said you have a financial planner who sent you 2 clients. That's power partnering. And that financial planner breaks the law of power partnering if they say, Lori, I've sent you 2 referrals. You haven't sent me any yet. The second that happens, the relationship is pretty much over. That person should be sending you those referrals, Lori. And the only thing that should be in their mind is, I need my clients who need a loan to buy a home serviced by the best person that I know. I'm going to send Lori these people because I want financial planning referrals. Do you see the difference in mentality? That's why some people are going to be cold calling the rest of their lives, because they do not know how to build a referral-based practice, because they break the law of reciprocity. Power partnering is to find customers, to find power partners. You can power partner to find power partners. I'll teach you that later. You can receive customers from power partners. You can receive non-customers. You're going to get people who you can't help, but you'll be able to pass them on to a person who can help them. You can find jobs. You're definitely going to attain clients at the lowest cost of time and money. You're going to find better and more high-paying clients, and it gives you more time because you're not spending 15 to 20 hours a week looking for business. Then you can serve your clients better. It's the most important concept you must matter in order to build a referral-based practice. The following of the 6 laws and understanding what power partnering is. This is the information I provide when giving a referral, and this is what I request when receiving a referral. So this is for my land business, Lori. I teach people, power partners, how to send me referrals. I don't say, hey, my name's Rick, if you have anybody who needs a loan. So Lori, for my land business, I would like to know their name so I can look them up on Facebook and LinkedIn. The company, because Lori, I've met people back in the day when I was in corporate. I worked for Cisco Systems. I did some work with Juniper Networks, Extreme Networks, Covad, Eastman Kodak. If they've had a corporate background, I can speak to corporate. Plus, in our land investing business, about 80% of our clients use old 401ks. If I see they're a software engineer and they've had 5 jobs, there's a pretty good chance they have multiple old 401ks. And I want to know if they have old 401ks. So you're going to have to change this for you. I'm showing you what I teach people. If I don't get this, I don't call them. Let me tell you why. If this isn't filled out, then it's a lead, and I don't talk to leads. I know people are going to think I'm crazy, but I don't talk to leads. If I don't get this filled out by the referral source, I don't call the person. I get their name, their company name, what do they do, their phone number, their email address. If they have a website, I want to see their website. There's other things, and I'm looking at this going, there's other things that I put. This is a short list so I could get it to fit, but I want to know if they're married, and I want to know if they have kids. What city do they work in? Where do they live? What do they do? Hey, Mr. CP, what did you tell them about me? So if I was Lori, the mortgage lender, and I was talking about financial planner, I would say, hey, when you talk to them, why did you think about me? Oh, because they got another kid on the way and they need a bigger house. Boom. Then that helps getting divorced. And also, Lori, not every time, a lot of the times a financial planner isn't technically supposed to tell you how much they make. But if they say, well, they're a software engineer, they've been with Google or Apple or Amazon for 10 years, you go into Google and say, what's a 10-year software engineer at Google earn? And it's probably, between $140,000 and $200,000 a year with bonuses. Well, that's a good start. It just helps you get to know the person and the pains and everything that they're going. Lori, have you ever been married? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. But so I've been married and divorced. If you have a client who's been through that, then you'll have somebody to talk about how you can empathize with or whatever. You're a single woman. You want to work with single women, whether widowed, divorced. Hey, there's a lot of women. My wife makes a hell of a lot more money than I do. There's a lot of successful women out there, and you're one. So then you have this thing. Now, Lori, if you only want to work with women, then you teach your power partners, hey, I'll work with anyone. I would prefer to work with women under these circumstances. Then you're going to hit them with the quotes from your elevator speech. So there's a lot of education you have to do, and we're not even going to get to it today, Laura. It's in our next session. You got to get financial planners and CPAs and real estate agents and estate planning attorneys to meet with you. That's going to be our next session. But I can't teach you how to put the roof on the house if we haven't even built the foundation. All of this is the foundation, the mental foundation. And then when you're thinking about that financial planner who sent you 2 referrals, this is what I'd be asking myself to even help that financial planner love you more, is who would be of value to them. Who do I know that might want to meet that financial planner? Who would be of interest to them? Who would be good power partners? You might meet a really good CPA, and there's not a financial planner in the world who doesn't want to meet more CPAs. Mm-hmm. So then you start asking yourself, who could I introduce to this financial planner who keeps sending me business? And that sets you apart too, Lori. You said in the beginning, how do I get set apart? Are you starting to see how you're going to get set apart from other mortgage lenders?
Yes.
Lori, they don't do this. Mortgage lenders go, this is what every freaking mortgage lender does. Hey, my name's Rick Silva, mortgage lender. Rates are at historic lows, 1.8%. It's like free money. My grandmother could do that, Lori. My 80-year-old dad could do that from his living room. That doesn't make you special. Finding a financial planner who's already sent you 2 deals, and you start going, I wonder if I know a good banker or a good CPA that he might want to meet. Look at the next to the last one. Who could I introduce him to? Where maybe the 3 of us could build a big power team. Maybe it's Lori, a financial planner, a CPA, a real estate agent, and a banker. And they're in Walnut Creek. And then you build the same network in Pleasanton. Then you build the same network in Tracy. Then you build the same network in San Ramon. And you're the hub of all those different networks. You want to do that, or you want to cold call? So the definition of power partner is someone who serves, consults, and calls on the exact same people you do. So you don't have to call this out loud, Lori, but I'd like you to at least answer this in your mind. If not, write it down, whatever you want. How many different industries can you name for your travel business? And I bet that number is higher. Unless you spent time on the mortgage side, the travel agent side number might be higher. But either way, travel or the mortgage, and I'd like to stick more in the mortgage for this training. You should be able to name, like 20 is a joke. 20, you've put in no effort to come up with 20. Should have 50. My wife has 163 for land investing.
Wow.
But your top ones, Lori, are going to be real estate, financial planner, CPA, estate planning attorney, family law attorney, those types, insurance agents. Having said that, I want you to have, even if you only had 5 different ones, I want you to have 500 coffee meetings. Meet with 100 of them. But for the purposes of just generally not pigeonholing yourself and only have a few power partners, I want to go over this list with you. On the bottom, Lori, now, do you see how wide the pyramid is at the bottom?
Yes.
That's your competition. Do you see the top, how narrow it is? You're going to have no competition up there, and I need to escalate and elevate you to up there. But in the beginning, on the bottom, you're not going to have a lot of referrals coming in, and you're going to be spending a lot of time looking for business. And then as we move up, you're an advanced beginner in power partnering. All your competitors, everybody in mortgage goes after real estate agents. They do. If I ask a mortgage lender, the top 3 power partners are real estate agents, mortgage lenders, real estate agents, financial planners, and CPAs. But they don't know how to do the approach, but they're trying. As you move up, you become competent, you become proficient. When you become expert, you've had 400 or 500 at least coffee meetings. And when you're at the top, Lori, you're what I am for networking, the 680 corridor, and what I am for land banking anywhere in Northern California. And as one of the best known people in my industry for both, because I've had thousands and thousands of coffee meetings. That's the way the numbers work. That's the numbers of different industries. Okay. If you can only name 3 or 4 power partners, you're at the bottom. When you can name 50 to 100, hell, Lori, honestly, in your business, if you can name 30 different industries that are good power partners, you're at a level beyond compare, almost even 15. But if you could name 50 or 100 and then start having coffee meetings with all those different industries, there's no mortgage lender on. Mortgage lender is going to go, what's your secret? What's your secret? What are you doing? Because they're out, talking to real estate agents and cold calling. Now, to determine who your power partners are, you have to know who your perfect client is. Now, you named them in the beginning.
Right.
So you're ahead of 90% of all mortgage lenders who would say anybody who needs a loan. That's what they all say. Real estate, everybody needs a home. Anybody who needs a home is a good client for me. And then you have to ask the right questions. You got to use the power partner wheel, and you got to make a list. So what does your client look like? So under what your client looks like, to determine who your power partners are, we can't even do that till we figure out who your client is. So let's say how good Rick's memory is for an hour and 23 minutes ago. A single woman, successful, a woman who's single because she's newly divorced. She's also single if she's widowed. Was there another type of, those are divorced, widowed, successful woman. What other types of good clients?
Well, it's also a single woman who's looking to purchase her first home. So and I do work with obviously all home buyers, but having bought and sold several homes on my own,
Yeah,
I know that it's a different experience than if you're going through it with a partner.
yep.
And I have had great experiences, and I have had not so great experiences.
Yes.
So my goal is to partner with my clients and walk them through the process of either buying or refinancing a home when they're trying to do it on their own.
Perfect. I'm going to put that person in successful female.
Yes.
So successful female, newly divorced and widowed. The reason I'm going to put successful female, Lori, is because somebody might be watching this somewhere else. You live in the California Bay Area. You're damn sure a successful female to buy a home where we live at $300 to $600 a foot at the low end. So I'm going to put them under successful female, especially successful if you're buying in the Bay Area.
Right.
So that goes under what's your client look like. Then we take those three and we go into the avatar software, which Lori put that down. We have to work on next time. I have to. So remember when I said we're going to work on power, I think where to find them and how to get them to follow you. We got to do avatar.
Okay.
So what's their net worth or investable funds, personal situation, divorce. Yeah, I got two of them. I just don't have, I don't have widowed, good job, married, divorced, whatever it is. What's their situation? Now, when you look at this list, divorced, successful, widow, and you look at this, inheritance, bonus check, new job, marriage, divorce, new baby, then we got to go here. Who knows all these things, Lori? The short list is who knows about divorced family law attorneys,
Right.
real estate attorneys, estate planning attorneys, financial planners, CPAs are going to know when people are getting divorced. Widowed, pretty much the same thing.
Right.
Marriage and family therapist, for getting divorced, therapist of all kinds when it comes to divorce.
Hairdressers, hairstylists,
hairdressers, bartenders, hairstylists, nail salons,
personal shoppers,
massage, even chiropractors know stuff about people. Yeah, it's funny, Lori, when I'm doing this and I'm not being recorded like I am now, I would start pointing and I'll do a little bit here. I say, who knows about this? Even though I don't have any, who's this? Right? And then who's this? And then who's this?
Right.
And then I'll point down here. Who does these? Right. A lot of time people are approving. And that goes to fitness instructors and acupuncture and all that kind of good stuff. Because I've known a lot of women in my life who spent a lot of time changing their look and their appearance and their hair color and everything when they got divorced and are newly single.
Right.
I think they should be doing that while they're married. Why do that when you're single? I don't know. Keep it fresh. Men should be doing the same thing. Get fit. Don't get fit after you're divorced. But who are all those different industries? Because those are all power partners for all four of the industries I keep naming over and over: real estate, financial planner, insurance, mortgage. Then we look at it and we go, okay, we look at this list and we go, the first one, inheritance. Who's going to know about it? Estate planning attorney, financial planner, CPA. Bonus check, same thing. New job, recruiters, staffing, outsource agencies, stuff like that. That just took you out in a box, Lori, that nobody in your industry is thinking about hooking up with relocation companies. They just don't do it because they don't think of it. Marriage. So if somebody's getting married, you already have the power partners because you're a travel agent, photographer, wedding planner, event planner, limo driver, on and on and on. Divorce, family law, new baby, babysitters. I don't know. That's it. the list starts to get a little blurred, but you can see it's not really that hard to come up with 30 or 40 if you sat down and really thought about it. And then we have to figure out how to approach them. So we just looked at that. We just said, who has your client? Who has your client? We just did that. And you got to put a lot more work into that.
Right.
And then we got to kind of slow down, constantly look for sales. You'll always look for sales. If you slow down, take a step back, name those industries, approach them, get them to meet you for coffee, build relationships. And then that financial planner sent you 2 referrals already. What if you had 10 financial planners? What if you had 10 CPAs, 10 financial planners, 10 estate planning attorneys? You couldn't handle the business, Lori. That's when you get picky. So what we do is we put you in the top. This is all the different industry, all the different types of clients you work with. And you go, who would know, who would know, who would know, who would know? Well, insurance agents would know, CPAs would know, bankers would know, estate planning attorneys would know, real estate agents, mortgage lenders, on and on and on. And you just keep making these wheel after wheel, and you fill it in, fill it in, fill it in. And Lori, you're helping people buy homes. When they move in, is there a chance they might need a gardener or a roofer or a painter? Generally, the real estate agent does that, but there's no reason you can't have those on hand to provide to your favorite real estate agents. What's going to set Lori apart from other mortgage lenders is when Lori starts introducing power partners to her power partners. Nobody does that, Lori, because they're taught cold call, SOI. Tell everyone you know you're looking to do more loans. No kidding. Duh. But what puts Lori, if I just back up, I'll hit a button as fast as I can. Lori, you want to be on the top of that mountain, baby. That's not by calling every financial planner and go, hey, my name's Lori. Next time your client needs a loan, let me know. That's called marketing. Doing everything we've been talking about is networking. This is what your life needs to become. You're gonna introduce real estate agents that, well, your mortgage, it doesn't matter. Put mortgage here.
Right.
This is such a general outline. It's not personalized for anyone. Real estate agent in Walnut Creek wants to meet the financial planner in Cupertino. I don't know, whatever. But these are different cities. Every one of these circle. Now, for those of you who live in the California Bay Area, Walnut Creek, San Ramon, Livermore, or San Jose, San Francisco, Pleasanton. Mm-hmm. Build networks all over the place. And how can you not, after a few years, be so well known? Now, Lori, with you have an advantage over real estate agents. Can you do a loan anywhere in the state?
Yes.
So if you live in San Francisco Bay Area, do you have to drive to LA to show them 50 homes? No. Real estate agents need to stay localized, or they have to refer it out and then they get a little piece of it. You could sit where you're sitting right now and do loans. So you can build networks anywhere you want. And last time I checked, Lori, I've done, I don't even want people to not believe me, but 200 or 300 coffee meetings in 2020 during COVID. Hey, Lori, you know what's in there? Coffee. Lori, where am I sitting? In my home office. I had all my meetings sitting right here. So when I say coffee, I'm talking about Zoom meeting, go-to meeting, whatever you want. Mm-hmm. But you can have virtual coffee. You could build an entire network in Los Angeles, Lori. Who the hell would know you were even there?
Right.
So there's no limit to the amount of business you could build or where you can build your networks. It's all just an excuse that people use. It's not working. I'm not busy. But you're not doing anything. You're not networking. And then how many coffee meetings are you having per week? You got to have at least 5. Now, the next time we talk, Lori, I'm going to teach you where to find the people. I'm going to teach you a script that you're going to put in an email and you're going to send them. And they're going to be going, I definitely want to meet. I want to meet. When are you free? When are you going to, Lori, when can you meet? I'll teach you that in the next one. And those of you, if you're watching this, you're probably not even going to see this on YouTube because you got to buy the course to get that. Lori has the course, so Lori's getting it. You're not getting that for free. Fred, financial planner. Fred Steingraf. To say Rick is the preeminent guru of networking is an understatement. I've been working with Rick for about a year and was feeling anxious to better my networking skills. I did one-on-one training with Rick, and he completely changed the way I think about networking. His advice has enabled me to refocus and revamp how I network. It took me 10 years to figure this out, Lori. I'm giving you parts of the shortcuts. This is just the tip of the tip. If you've liked what you heard and you're interested, I can help you. It's onereferralaway.com. I provide one-on-one coaching. I got a 12-part networking course. I can teach you how to write all your referral script, all your networking script, all your approach scripts. I have very advanced software for all that. I can write all of your Facebook and LinkedIn posts for you. And here's that irresistible offer. It's one referral away. When you go there, you see this box. It's $7.95 if you want 2 hours with me one-on-one. And there's a description of it. There's the button you click. If you want $200 discount, you click the coupon button. You enter the 200 and it makes it $5.95. If you do that, you get the whole course. You get all the coaching. You get text and phone call access to me, and you get 1 hour. If you do the $7.95, you get 2 hours. That's my contact information. It's onereferralaway@gmail.com. That's my personal cell phone number. You can text me anytime. I hope you enjoyed the training. I'm a mortgage lender. How can I get in with more real estate agents? I do home automation. How can I get in with more real estate agents? We're going to answer that and a whole lot more coming up. Hey everyone, it's Rick Silva with One Referral Away, helping you build a referral-based practice so you don't have to cold call or chase leads, because that kind of sucks. I had people send in 2 questions. They were, I'm a mortgage lender. How do I get in with more real estate agents? And I do home automation. How do I get in with more real estate agents? Let's see how we can do that. Here we go. From Jeff Collins, I'm a loan officer and I want to network better with real estate agents. I want to become their go-to loan officer. Alberto Solano, I'm in home automation and security, so I'd like to know the best way to network with home builders, real estate agents, loan officers, and anyone else who works with homeowners. So here's the first thing when it comes to Power Partners. So we're going to talk briefly about Power Partners. This is a 30-hour answer that I'm not going to spend 30 hours on. Power Partners, someone who calls on, serves, work with, sells to the same exact person you do, but they don't do what you do, like a mortgage lender, a Power Partners, a real estate agent, financial planner, on and on and on. Alberto's in the home automation, so again, his Power Partners are home builders, real estate agents, loan officers. Those are his Power Partners. Now, I just created a video called PPHR. If you pay referral fees, explain to them how much they are making per hour if they send you referrals. That's one way to get in with Power Partners. There's 2 things you can do with a Power Partner. You can introduce them to other clients. So in this case, Alberto does home automation. He goes into a home and they're thinking about changing the carpets. He should be referring a carpet salesperson to them. They're thinking about blowing this wall out and painting a wall. Should be referring that client, general contractors, builders, painters, electricians, on and on and on. So one way to build your relationship with Power Partners is to refer clients. There is another way, referring Power Partners to Power Partners. So going back to Jeff, I want to network better with real estate agents. I want to become their go-to guy. So Jeff, I haven't looked at a picture of you. I'm sure you're a handsome, dashing guy. That's not enough. Having a good rate, everybody has a good rate. Okay, what's going to differentiate you or Alberto from other home automation people or other loan officers is not how handsome you are. It's sometimes not even how timely you are, or definitely not how good your rate is. What's going to differentiate you is when you help your Power Partners make more money. You want to network with more real estate agents, and so what you need to do is you need to figure out the Power Partners for real estate agents, financial planners, general contractors, human resources consultants, because they know of companies that are bringing people in, relocation companies, carpet cleaners. There's so many. You should be able to name 100, 150 industries for real estate agents: painter, handyman, electrician, roofer, pool cleaning, on and on and on. If you start referring Power Partners to these real estate agents and facilitating coffee meetings, so if you got a real estate agent you really want to get into, you can send him a client that might be looking to buy a home, or you can start introducing him to carpet, human resources consultants, roofers, chimney sweeps, people who replace carpets and sell carpeting, flooring, remodelers, interior designers, stagers. You start becoming the go-to for the Power Partners he needs, not the go-to. Everybody goes, well, I want to be his go-to loan guy. That's going to make you money. Nobody cares about you. So the quicker you understand no one cares about you, they care about what you're going to do for them. So your response is going to be, well, I'm going to put a great home automation system in the house, or I'm going to get their clients a great loan. Means nothing to them because you're getting paid for that. That doesn't make you special, and that does not earn you the right to get a referral. Ever. Okay, you want to earn a referral from a Power Partner, you have to find them business. It has to be about them, not about you. So anything you're doing when you're thinking about the real estate agent, Jeff, if you're thinking about the real estate agent, if any part of your response has anything to do with you making money, you're a sales guy, you are not a networker. Find those real estate agents, Power Partners. The same thing for you, Alberto. You want to network with loan officers and real estate agents and builders. You need to find them power partners, facilitate coffee meetings so everybody can meet and find out how to get more business. I hope this helps. The answer truly is 20 or 30 hours long, but I hope this gives you some ideas on getting in with power partners. If it has anything to do with you making money, you're a sales guy, you're not a networker, you need to figure out how to make them more money. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, send me more topics, and I'll cover them for you. Thank you. Have a great day.
For anyone that was watching, how would they sign up for your course? Or, I mean, is there any course options or stuff like that?
Thank you for asking. So this is onereferralaway.com. Thank you very much for asking, AJ. If people do want to hire me to coach them, this is how we do it.
Got it.
So you go to onereferralaway.com and you see this bouncing here.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that button and this explains the course.
Got it.
This is the curriculum. It's all webinar based. It's a recording of webinars. It's 6 or 7 hours long total. There's my bio and some testimonials. There's my wife and there's all kinds of cool. There's a mortgage lender, financial planner, attorney. I could put 200 of them on here, but there's no need. The options to buy, this button right here, it's $795 to purchase the course or 3 payments of $279. And it comes with all of these recorded webinars. And right here, you can see right there, it comes at 2 hours of one-on-one with me.
Awesome.
Now, if somebody needs more than that, we're going to back up and we're going to click on this button over here. And then 1 hour of one-on-one coaching is $250, 2 hours, $395. Most people, AJ, do the 6 hours for $995. Now, with that, I don't like to do longer than an hour straight because it's overwhelming for both of us. 6 hours, that's 24 15-minute sessions or 12 30-minute sessions or 6 1-hour sessions or a whole crap ton of 10-minute sessions. I'll break it up any way somebody wants. And I'm generally don't stare at my watch. So that 6 hours probably turns into 7 or 8, honestly, when it's done.
Yeah.
So that's the way, but start here with onereferralaway.com and you click that button and that's the course and that's how you join.